None of that shit.
But nah, just scoot it over. Me and Ben gonna be right here. You let him in. There's plenty of room for you, Cisco. Welcome once again. We are back. Episode 17. 17 straight weeks. We have not missed a week. Damn, I am bright. We're back on the laptop, so we don't look as clear. But the audio should be better. Let me know how audio sounds out there. I think it sounds cool from the headphones. Shouts out to everyone. You are now live with the Veve Bros. It's your boy, Veve Mescal. Once again, and to my left, we got
Funk Vision 32. What up, everybody?
Mr. Funk Vision over here. We got Ben over here in the back somewhere talking some shit. And we're still adjusting things. As you guys know, we come in, we still, we still set this shit up. We do it because we love it. We do it our way. But man, oh man, what a week. What a week. What a weekend. It feels like a week ago was like a month ago. Why was that the longest weekend? It was a 3-day weekend. I get it. But it was just a long weekend. I hope everyone had a great 3-day weekend. If you're here in the States, if you're out, out in the worldwide, I hope you just had a great weekend in general. For us over here, we did have a holiday. So we had Sunday off and people were turning up. And
we have Monday off.
Sorry. Yeah. People took Sunday and party like it was Saturday because they had Monday off. Cisco's right. But anyway, we're feeling the effects. We had these amazing drops this weekend. And of course, it all started with the lightsabers on Thursday, which was crazy.
Pesky lightsabers.
Pesky lightsabers. Let's see how bright I am.
I want one. I want one.
Yeah, it's pretty bright. I gotta lower this one.
We already knew lightsabers were coming since last week, right? Like we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Like it was announced.
We knew since when we left on Wednesday. Yeah. We even said, how many are we gonna go for? And we're like, look, then Ben's like, go for as many as you can because they're gonna sell out as quick. I'm like, all right, well, what should we go for? How many? And we just said we'll go for 1 or 2.
Oh yeah. No cup. Anyways, Ben jamming. Brack right here. What's up, guys? No, what else we said was that you had said you were gonna sell all of your Star Wars comics that you had. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna sell it regardless.
I said if we see a pump and all this crazy like rush from these Star Wars fans from the convention, then I wouldn't be opposed to there's some right here. Be opposed to listing all my stuff. But anyway, last week's episode was ridiculous. I'm gonna be the first to admit I was talking a lot of shit. All right, I was calling Cisco Mr. No Secret Rare, and I was talking a lot of shit. So I'm gonna come here this episode and humbly say, the Veve gods punish those who disrespect the misfortune.
Say, shut the fuck up. It was because the mic was so loud. He's a performer, and the mic's all he could hear himself even more. So I heard it. Both these fools. If you noticed last week, I was like a little bit extra, just shutting the fuck up, staying in the corner. Just, no. You can see us clearly though. At least that was the main thing.
Look,
good to see and hear you guys. What up, Corey?
Our audience knows that we are brothers in real life. We're all 3 brothers, and all we do is talk shit to each other in real life. And sometimes on our show, we end up just talking and blah, blah, blah. This week, we're going to try to calm things down a little because I was watching last week's episodes. Like, we were just talking all kinds. I was talking a lot of nonsense. I'm not going to lie, all right? Had a little bit of, like, recency bias, and it's been hard to play it, right? But it was an amazing weekend, man. Amazing drops. It started with the lightsabers. Let's just start it right there, okay? Let's just start it how we always do. This week, we had 6 drops since the last time we kicked it. We had the Sergeant Fury comic number 1, which is a big comic. And by the way, someone hit a secret rare at that, right?
That'd be me. And I want to
Benjamin
let me give you the little
rare.
breakdown too, because let's go piggyback off his talky shit. Because that morning my phone just glitched. Like I hit 1, and it took me like 3 minutes to get out of the whole process. I couldn't X out. It didn't take my gems. And I was pissed because I'm getting the text message from these guys of how many they got. This dude's laughing. Oh, I got quick fingers. And I don't know what the fuck he always says and shit. And dude, I'm there bitter at work. I'm mad. I'm like, fuck. And then I get my 1 comic and it's the secret rare. Dude, I was pumped. Yeah. I was so pumped. That's my second comic secret rare. So like I got 2 in May. I actually had really good luck in May.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you guys too. Like, I reviewed my numbers from mynft.com, and I think altogether comics and collectibles, I think I added like 36 or 40 something, like 36 or 42, somewhere in that range of new items. I was like, damn. I loaded up in May. I think we all went a little spend happy. I know all of us did.
Well, it was with the comics mainly too, because I was pulling like 3 or 4, 4 or 5. You know, like depending on how many my quick fingers could get me.
Right.
That's how it was going. I got an ultra rare on that one.
On the drop.
Yeah. The Sergeant Fury got an ultra rare, and I got 2 commons.
I got 4 on the drop, and I got 1 3-digit, and I think it was like in the 700s, and I sold it for like $40 till I could buy lightsabers. So then let's move on to the lightsabers, y'all. Which, you know, all the shit I talked last week, I think we even said it like, hey, you know, the lightsabers, I don't know about load up on them, but like maybe the new people, that's for the new people, because there's 66,000 editions. It's so that we could get them. And I thought then flip them to the new people on the app or see how it plays out, right? But of course, what do we do? What did I do? I bought 3. I was only going to buy 1 because we knew Vader was coming. But I was like, screw it. You know, I'm going to buy 3, which isn't that many. It isn't that many. But still, if you look at it as like, could you have bought Vader with that? Shit, yeah. That 60 goes a long way in getting you.
In hindsight, though, you can answer that question and say, probably not. Like, how many Vaders did you get on the drop?
3. Well, 2. 2
no,
on my phone,
like,
yeah.
Exactly. On my phone, I got the 1. But either way, on that one, for the lightsabers, we had said, we'll go for 1, maybe 2, and then just wait and see what the market's like, because you probably could scoop some up after, right? I remember I
said
boom.
3, and what'd you get?
I went for 2. Initially, I got 2, and then you guys are like, that buy now button's calling me. The buy now is calling me.
Ben, how many did you buy, Ben?
Mine,
17,
I did not. No, I didn't get 17. I could have.
23.
Anyways,
how many did you buy, Ben?
6.
Ben buys 6 lightsabers on drop.
I got 6. I don't know how I got to 6. I thought I was at 5, and then when I look at it, it was like, oh shit, I got 6.
Just as bad
Yeah, but no, it wasn't, because you know what? I actually had a good drop.
He held his.
I hit a secret rare. I hit 2 ultra rares, and then I hit a rare as well, and then the Luke Skywalker common, and I had to pick up Yoda. So I had a pretty good drop. I had a good drop.
Well, yeah, I feel like that's what bailed you out in a lot of ways. Like that was dope.
And also
that was dope. Like I tried that with Thor. With Thor, I bought 5 of them. Like here we go.
And I got good mint numbers on my ultra rare, the Mace Windu. I actually hit a 12/19, which is a Star Wars release date. So that one's actually pretty cool to have. Dope. I'll hold on to that one. And then I did buy another one. I sniped mint number 215 of the secret rare for 215, which right now the floor is like 195. So that one
you got a little hype, but to buy one, so again, 215 on that.
Yeah, like,
went out the gate. A Vader was going for like 500, 600.
No, he wasn't. You couldn't get him.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, like you had the ultra rare Vader.
We'll get to Vader. But I'm like, when I hit the lightsaber, the first one, I tried to be quick, so I thought, who knows is gonna sell out.
I didn't buy it that day,
so I went quick. Boom, got it, and then I didn't wait to see what I got. I just exited out and I bought another one. Then I waited because I was like, all right, 2. That's it. That's my limit. And I got the Kylo Ren. So I was like, all right, cool. Then I was waiting to see, and I'm like, all right, I figured out I got the Yoda. Then he's like, I bought 6, couldn't hold back. And I was like, shit. And then he's like, I got the ultra rare right away. And I was like, all right, cool. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, got Kylo Ren, that's cool. Yoda, that's cool. And I was like, what's up, buy now? So that buy now button, he's like, go ahead, press me. Go ahead, press me. I'm like, all right, press. I had to load the gems. Not that
big of a deal.
No, but I had to load the gems. Did it again, right?
Like,
and then I got a Yoda again.
Right.
And I was like, I'm out. Tapped out. I was like, that's it. You got me.
I mean, I bought the 3, and I was kind of tempted to buy one more because I still had some gems left. But when I looked at my overall, when we go back to the interview from April, we see all the Star Wars stuff. Then we get Star Wars #1 on drop day. You know what I mean? And I remember I even sold my rare comic of Star Wars #1 for 77. And this weekend it got down, to like 66 again. I think it was under like 59, $60. I was like, oh shit. So in the big long scheme of things, like Randy Chavez selling his for 700 and everyone clowning on him, like sure, it's a bad move, but you never know. It could get under that point of where he sold it in the future at some point. If you give it enough time, we just don't know yet. We don't.
No, but that was still a bad call because he could have sold.
Yeah. Just waiting an hour or 2 hours would have been way better, but he thought it was going to be that pump and dump. But anyway, we'll get, like Cisco said, we'll get to Vader. Yeah, I went for the 3. I was tempted to go for that 4th, held off. Again, it's not that big of a deal.
Did you go sniping though? Did you get anything else afterwards?
No, again, like I was like, why did I even do this? Like I fucked up, you know, like I got the Mace Windu off the bat. So I was like, cool, I should have just stopped that one. And then the next 2 were, you know, Yoda and Luke, which was cool, but then seeing them at $20, $25, I could have just sniped a couple after, which would have been the smart play that we talked about.
That's what I ended up doing.
But sometimes it's one thing to know the strategy, and then it's another thing to practice it and to walk it, because it takes discipline and it takes it in the moment.
Yeah, but you know, Metal World Peace, don't shoot the 3, and then you shoot it and you make it, and you're like, you're pumped up. You got to shoot it to find out if you're gonna get it.
No,
I ended up sniping 2 of the Skywalkers for 30 gems. That was the floor at the time.
Yeah,
and I was just trying to be quick. I got it, and I actually had a 3rd one, but I exited out. That was the first one I would have got, but I exited out because I was like, no, I can get a better price on this. And it was like at 32, and I did, I guess. You know, there was at 30 gems. Got 2 of them, and that was it. I just stopped it there. I was like, all right, let me just wait on this. Let me hold on to these.
And it was a cool drop. Them not selling out and everything, it makes sense now too, because
how many additions there were.
Those high additions, but also how many people did practice that strategy too. Some people didn't, but some DV loyalists were like, nah, I'm just gonna buy 1, or I'm just not gonna buy any, or I'm just gonna buy 2. And it is a small community right now of, like, let's just say we speculate about the numbers, but anywhere, I feel like it's a floating number, anywhere from the lowest being 5,000-8,000 people, you know, actively on the app going for drops, like a comic drop or something, to 20,000, 50,000, you know, plus as it swells up if you look. But Vader didn't have 50,000. I was able to get multiple. And so instantly, within 2 seconds, there's not at least 28,000 people going for Vader at one time. There's not, because he didn't instantly sell out. You were able to get multiple.
Yeah, that's true. And I did see a lot of people, some people complaining, like just crying about shit. Like, you're telling me just because I woke up late and I wasn't in there on time, I can't get one, but you're gonna let other people get rebounds.
I hadn't heard that one.
It's
like, while.
Yeah, dude.
I hadn't heard
yeah,
that
that's how it fucking works. Yeah, you didn't wake your ass up. You weren't ready like we were.
It's still a game.
Yeah, you know, it's like
you lost at the game.
Yes, exactly.
And it hurts. It has hurt. Like it. I feel like I had a good Vader drop, but when, you know, we're gonna get to Vader now. Let's just get
the next one.
The next thing. Let's just get right into it. So
wait, you're gonna get into Vader
after lightsabers, and we had Obi-Wan, which we all went for. I went for. I think I got like
$6.99. So everyone's in love. All right, cool. The regular price of the comic, I'll go for. That's cool, no problem.
Right.
And I got 3 of them. No, I went for 4. I got 4 of them. I ended up getting 3 in a rebound, and they were all commons, all 4 commons.
Yeah, I think we all got commons on that one.
Yeah, none of them great min numbers.
I got like, so it was like 2 or 3, and then all common, and I sniped another common off the market.
But it is dope. It has Vader on it. It has old Obi-Wan. It has young. Like it's dope.
It's cool. It's a new comic, and it's just like Star Wars Mania. They feel it was like a filler. It was the filler. I was like, hey, why not give it to them in digital form? You know. And then we get to the Star Wars poster, which is a drop I straight up slept through. Like, I didn't even wake up on that one. I barely was like, fuck, like Vader's $80. So at this time now we know Vader's $80. So now it's like, do you want to spend half of the Vader budget? You know.
Well, I picked up one for $16.99 for the freaking The Empire Strikes Back, and I was trying to get one of the freaking Return of the Jedi, but that one was like at a higher price point for a while. I don't know where it's at right now, but I couldn't snipe that one low enough to pull the trigger on it.
Right. Anyway, I didn't go for the posters, dude. I skipped the posters. I don't know if anyone else skipped them, because it was like, you have Vader on Sunday, no matter what.
And it was 40
only
gems.
way, $40, half of the like Vader budget. Like, it just didn't make sense in my mind. If you had the money to go for it and you're like, fuck it, I want to try to get it. But if you just saw the lightsabers, you know, pretty much take a dump. And people were betting so big. And so let's talk about that. So check this out. Let me set it up for you guys. You know, we had the lightsaber drop. People are pumped up for Star Wars. Veve not telling us the lineup beforehand has an effect on the market, and it has an effect on people's decision making.
Maybe we won't get Vader. Maybe maybe it is this one. Like,
because let me volleyball this one. I'm gonna hand it right to you.
Sure.
Because people get the anticipation, they get the buildup, and they try to treat the lightsabers like they were Vader. Everyone came in like for that Thursday drop, like, oh, this is what we were waiting for, like, and in a way we were. And it was already going to be kind of like a right off with the price point of 60. It was already rubbing people the wrong way. But then the additions, it was just the writing was on the wall, and some of the OGs skipped it, and it was the right play. But people kind of built it up. And then when we finally got Vader, they it was almost like we were probably going to have a lightsaber moment.
Wait, did you guys see that? Wait, real quick,
because it was a little down moment. I mean, I don't know about anyone else, but I remember texting
what
these
we were
fools,
talking
like,
about, because look, we said we recognized right away. All right, it is a high mint
actually
number.
never served it up for them.
We said it is a high mint number, and then we also said that the price point was pretty high. But everyone was saying, "Oh, the convention. There's gonna be, remember, 60,000 people expected to be there. 60,000 expected to be on the live stream." And I saw something on Twitter was like, imagine thinking that all these extra users, 50,000 new users, are going to come from, and it was just a little TV at the convention that just had the promo that they were putting on IG, like the Star Wars. But either way, I'm saying like that's how it was. That's what I saw, like the foot on it.
Super hopey.
Yeah, no. But either way, when I saw that, what clicked to me was like, no, this is the part where it's like, we could have had one. Damn, remember we saw that at the convention and we didn't even. You get me? Like, it puts it out there to them.
But that's
they
cool
have their
too.
chance.
But
that's why if they jump in, they jump in.
People were thinking it was gonna be, but yeah, like I even told you, fools, that marketing, you keep like 1% of who you market to, and I get it. You're marketing right directly to people who'd be interested, but to get into NFTs and that, it's just like most people won't. But I heard, off of Randy Chavez's stream, that they said 4,000 new users were onboarded and something like that. So I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. Like, is that from the convention or people who hadn't, I think it was new users or just like dormant wallets, like just there was a boost in the active users or what it was. But yeah, that's pretty cool to see. And I think you see that right now, even in the market, for the people who hit and that was their first drop and they hit like an ultra rare and they're probably seeing it at this price, and they don't really know what to make of it, like, damn, this is crazy.
And they're not thinking to sell either.
So anyway, it finally moves us.
There's not many.
It finally moves us now. I didn't volleyball anything. I actually wanted to jump into a little of how that argument of a sellout was such a big deal for the community when the lightsabers got dropped on Friday. We even had people placing bets on Twitter and talking about it. And I think they were kind of applying that Vader effect to the lightsabers when it's like, no, Vader is just, he's going to be a standalone effect, And some people are pricing those lightsabers. Like my collectibles got the Vader price prediction right, but the sabers, he had them a lot higher, He didn't see them going under retail or the comment and all that staying right at retail. But no, like $20 for Yoda, like that was like, damn, that was tough to see. And I could see how, I felt it. I was like, this was kind of like a little bit of a letdown for the community that we've been building this up as this big thing. And now here goes a community just shitting on itself by one complaining the entire time. So if you're new user, all you see,
death by lightsaber.
But also you got to think about it this way. There's people who sold shit from their collection that they probably didn't want to, but to leverage into Vader, and then immediately it was out of reach, probably for even what they sold.
Bless you.
That's where a lot of people are angry. Like there was only 6,000 of them, right around that number of the ultra rares. So think about it. And if you've seen some people hit 2, Twitter showed people hitting 2 of them from the same account. 2 are like, oh, me and my wife hit. We both got ultra rare. There's only so many people that could have been happy with the ultra rare.
Shouts out to Ronnie. He said his girl hit 3 out of the 4 were the highest rarities, including ultra rare Vader. Nice. So shouts out to Ronnie's lady for hitting the ultra rare. And that's the kind of drop you pull people in and go.
Some people did not have that luck. And
I told people like that this week.
I hit 2 and I got 2 commons. Didn't get an ultra rare. It was very disappointing, but I understand there wasn't that many to go around. If you got lucky, and you gotta fucking cherish it. I wouldn't have sold it. It's a game. I wouldn't sell it or try to time the market. I do think this is a piece that you just kind of you kind of take that gamble and see where this one goes, because it's, especially if you haven't been on the app for a drop, for a Todd, for a Superman, for a Wall. If you weren't on the app for that and this is your first Grail drop like this, why would you sell it so or feel that way? Like, just, you're going to want to hold on to that. And if it does go lower, I mean, you got it for $80. So what are you tripping on? If it becomes in reach, you just buy it in reach.
Not financial advice.
Yeah, but you're up. I'm just saying the way to look at it. Like, I don't think you sell this grail. So you hold and you see what's up.
So anyway,
Randy Chavez, you're a crazy man for that one. I think you are.
That's what it was, though, dude. That's what it was. Look,
damn.
I'm gonna paint it for you real quick. Like, everyone kind of applied that lightsaber thing. The fact that it didn't sell out for day. It literally didn't sell out until Vader was done. Yeah, like that's how much people were like.
No, it was before. It was
right before Vader. Yeah, but I remember it was right on that timeline.
Not,
I was
not
checking
right before,
in on
but like probably like 4 or 5 hours before Vader.
So you know what I mean? Like, people were already kind of like, hey, I'm gonna save my money for this. But it's so funny that Veve not putting out a schedule. If they had put out a schedule and said Friday you get lightsabers, Saturday you didn't, like people would have been like, oh, I ain't buying none of this shit. I'm gonna just save it for Vader. And the market would have even been crazier.
No, that's 101. They're not, of course.
But they're like, hey, we all but told you. All you had to do was have some faith and conviction in your beliefs, right? Because damn, that was crazy. But it showed that people were waiting.
So what'd you get on the Vader drop?
So let's talk about the Lord Vader drop.
Ben already said what he got.
Yeah, I told y'all what I got.
So I used my girlfriend's phone too. I had her load up some gems from her bank account. So shouts out to Celeste. Thank you, baby. And then I had enough money to go for 2. I was hoping to hit 2 on the drop. Just loaded up enough gems, which was all I had. I'm stretching out the story. Anyway, I got a common and an uncommon, and on my girl's phone, she got an uncommon. So I was able to get 3 Vaders this weekend. I'm happy. I'm ecstatic.
You haven't sold any of them?
I haven't sold any of them, no.
And I was only able to get one. Only one lonely ass one. Waited forever for it to get delivered. And then when I open it up, I got the ultra rare, baby.
Cisco
That's right.
Rare
I was so fucking happy. My girl didn't understand it. My babe, I got the ultra rare. What does that mean? It means you can't be mad at me today for my fucking purchase. Like, it means that I did good. I done good today. I was all happy. It wasn't a secret rares for talking shit at me last week. Oh, no secret rares for Cisco. No SR. I'll take the UR. I'll take the UR, but I do have a confession. No, fuck you. It wasn't you. Nothing to do with you, Forrest.
It was me.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it was. I did buy a movie poster on the drop, and I paid $40 for that movie poster. So I paid for every drop. I got the Empire Strikes Back, same one. That's why I went picked up. I sniped one to lower my cost. Because I had I paid $40.
I don't remember which one that one was. That was the common or the uncommon?
That's the uncommon. No, the common. I got the common. And then I went in and I sniped one to get a lower one. So I participated in every drop of the Star Wars, and then I hit the UR. I don't know if that's the thing. His girl did it too. She hit. I'm just saying I did participate on the drop. So that could have, you know what I mean? I was there for all of them. I'm just saying that's what I did.
The conspiracy. So Veve favored you if you went for all 4 Star Wars drops.
That's what I went for the poster.
If you skipped one, they said F you, you're skipping you.
Tell me if that theory makes any sense. Anyone else who skipped
I
didn't
get
a UR.
I skipped the poster.
I didn't skip those.
I didn't get one in the aftermarket.
Damn.
I didn't want to say shit till after, but this dude didn't fucking throw me the volleyball, whatever he said he was gonna do.
4 for 4 conspiracy by Funk Vision. Spread it amongst the Twitters.
Look, yo, shout out to Radix.
Paid 40 gems for it right there. Boom. Went for it. I got the number 1785. Empire Strikes Back, but I went for it. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Spent all his money on the other dumb shit before. I'll go for this one. But I did want the Return of the Jedi. I thought that one was dope, and I thought if I hit that one, I could rub it in your face. Like, at least I could have hugged, you know, like.
And I did hit 2 commons only, but they were pretty low mints. Like, one of them's 2302, the other one's 3013. They're both sub 5,000 on those. Yeah, on the Vader commons.
No, so I was writing.
They're not up there, but
I was writing that high of the UR, and I went back in and I was just trying to snipe a common. Because I was like, all right, let me go get a common. I was trying to get the uncommon as well, and I saw they were hovering at like 88, 90. And I was just like, wait, no, I was waiting on it. I was like, no, let me go for the common first because it was cheaper. Still get it for 97 lower. Then by the time I went back to the uncommon, it was already at like 120, 130. So I was like, nah, I'm not going for it anymore. Like, I had already wasted all my gems.
I mean, I think no matter what you buy, like a Vader ad, you'll probably be all right. But, you know, we're going to talk about it a little bit. We should at least get into it a bit, like the overall feeling of the market and where it's moving. Like, it still feels like we're sliding down. And I know Vader is like single-handedly raising us because we talked about that with the comic book. It happened with the comic book on May the 4th. we were pumped up, and the market looked good again for a little second. There was this glimmer of hope, and things were pumping, and the comic did good, and the community kind of came up on that, and it felt right for a minute. And then we had this opportunity, and the lightsabers were kind of a little bit of a letdown because we tried to apply we wanted that same little feeling and high, and then Vader did it, and it's still doing it as far as with its own price.
Well, like how Ben said, for the people who got in later, we never had a chance at a certain type of grail. Even though there are like the Cavals out there, like, nope, Thor's more of a grail. Thor, it's going to be a higher IP, and it's the first of, and all this, even with the Steamboat Willie, like, everyone has their opinions about stuff. But if this was the first one you're able to get, and the sentiment was that, and it sold out quick too, because it did sell out quick, whether you got two or not. I felt like it was pretty fast.
I got two.
Mine
I got two on
load.
the drop, but I got one just outright, and then I lost my buy now. Then I was able to get a rebound on the second at 8 minutes. So trip out on this.
804 he means.
Yeah, my bad. Well, no, 808.
Oh,
I got an 808.
He scored ultra rare and he skipped the poster drop.
So he
breaks the
defeats,
theory.
But he's Canadian. He's nice. He probably has better favor than us. We're all assholes.
This is pure speculation, Corey. Don't listen.
No, you're an asshole,
You don't
Cisco,
know
and you
much.
got the fucking best
But
one.
yeah.
So I guess VB.
I am
likes
the one who
assholes.
knocks. I'm Heisenberg, baby. Get me my UR. That's
This
right.
will hit
Hey,
it.
where's my Vader poster back?
Like,
Have it-
I
have the
wasn't
Vader
even putting
poster
out the
up here.
ultra rare energy. I was just like, you know what? I'll be happy to get one because I knew it was gonna sell out quick as fuck. Then for the rebounds, I'm using my phone and my girl's phone, and I refresh at 4 minutes. So you have to, if you get the sold out, you got to refresh right at 4 minutes. You got to have a timer. Go on the internet, use your local timer, right? I refresh on both phones using 2 fingers. Boom, I get the buy now back on both. So I wait for the 8 minute, and I go with mine. Fucking hit. I'm pumped. This fool hears me screaming, "Booyah, baby!" Rebound. And I'm like, "Come on, ultra rare, motherfucker! Come on!" I'm waiting for that
And
green
he's like,
truck.
he got a rebound. I heard him scream, but he didn't scream you ultra rare. So I
No.
don't think he got that.
Didn't get it, and it was an uncommon.
Canadians represent.
So
rated-
then I waited for 12 minutes on my girl's phone to go for the 12-minute rebound on hers because she still had the buy now, and I couldn't get it on hers. I feel like her phone's faster.
The homie Radix out here, he got 3, 2 uncommon, 1 common, sold 1 uncommon, and got the ultra rare for 875.
870. See,
Good buy.
have them gems right there. Blam blam. That's a great buy. Sitting at 2.1K right now. So
You know what's funny? I saw something today. Someone was like, "So no drops this week?" And it's like, dude, literally, it's been a day and a half without a drop. Like, and we had another one on Monday.
I know
It's like it's
fucking
been, but it
fiends,
feels
dude.
like
and
like
on-
it was.
I need
When
a
we
break,
move on,
bro.
we
I don't
gotta
know
move
about
on
anyone
to
else.
that drop after this. We don't stop at Vader. We'll move on to that one too. Because there was some debate between us, and this guy didn't think that comic mattered. But we'll get into that one right now and get over Vader.
Which one? Fury?
Yeah, Captain America, the Avengers number 4.
I never said it didn't matter.
Yes, he said it wasn't.
wanted
an
to go
important one,
for it.
remember? He was like,
He said, "Who's Captain America?"
"Yep."
What the fuck?
He's like, "Who is
See,
it?"
Ben just be spinning a web of lies.
It's
Shut
not a
up,
lie.
Ben.
We talked about it.
Anyway, we're not even to cover
We'll
Captain
get there
America.
right
If you
now.
hope you got it, great for
We
you.
will.
Great for you. What'd you get, Ben? Ultra rare. Great. Good. Story over. We're gonna move on. Vader crashes the market and pumps right after, but the rest of the market is still pretty low. Certain collectibles have bounced off of a relative low, like the Spider-Man Uncommon. Goddamn, I've been wanting to buy that one, the season 1, the hanging out, and it was on my radar. That's why not going for every drop, having a strategy to
250
go
on
and do
Thor,
that.
then you could.
250, $300 on Thor. I could have just picked that one up, but I was just kind of loading up gems, waiting for like a Vader. That's why shouts out to this dude.
Well, the
Radix.
animation is dope, dude. That's another
Let
thing
me
about
see
that
that
Vader
shit.
one. The animation is amazing.
All right, but also too
I sent
now
you a video.
on this,
No, you didn't.
just
I
to
don't
keep
get
it
your
on
videos
because
from
we're
Android.
talking about Vader and what he did and the effect it had. Has been a long month leading up to Vader, ever since the AMA. And do you think it stops with a Vader? Like, I could see shit going down. He asked me where do I think Vader will go the lowest? Probably like around 1 point something, like a Superman, if ever it goes down.
It depends.
But you
what
got to
they
think of
announce.
this. Yeah, like, what do you think the market will look like when Pokemon gets announced? What do you think the market will look like if Dragon Ball Z gets announced? What do you think the market looks
Right.
like if Wolverine
Yeah,
gets
people
announced?
be like,
there's
FA Goku?
certain
Super
yeah,
Saiyan Goku.
there's certain
Oh,
things that can crash the market all over again. So
all this shit.
even the price points you see where it's like it's kind of the FOMO. That's where I'm
I
leaning
don't hear
towards.
the
Is like,
sound.
man, I don't need to jump at any price because the next big thing can crash the market all over again. If some people don't believe Vader's the top one on there, some people believe like this argument with Walt and everyone else. So what do you think can
You guys
drop?
hear this
You
one more
guys out
time.
there right now, what do you think can drop that could crash the market again, like this guy that you hear breathing? That famous breathing.
God damn.
And his lightsaber going in and out. What do you think can have
Transfer?
that
I wish they could
effect?
transfer
Think
right
like
now.
Goku
Fucking
doing a
transfer still is
Kamehameha,
shit.
Goku doing a spirit bomb or some shit. You know,
Damn,
Charizard,
that was so
Pikachu. What do you think would
I'm
crash
so
the app
jealous.
like that?
Oh my god.
That's right, bitch.
What else will crash the app? Yeah, I think we got to get Dragon Ball Z,
What's why
Capcom,
any one of those would.
a
but
Banksy, some
Banksy
type
as
of
well.
crazy celebrity,
Supreme.
you know, like Supreme, like a crazy brand. They do like you know, there's still a lot we're waiting for, dude. So yeah, I don't think we're done going down. I think the market's still going to keep on as you know, we move further down with more drops, and the rest of the world and everything else, the economy needs to raise up. So we're just going to be in stack up mode.
we're gonna get Buzz Lightyear this month.
Buzz
It's gonna come
Lightyear
out in
will
what
be
2
Buzz
weeks? What, the
Lightyear, yeah.
16th?
Well, it depends what they drop on it.
So we're gonna get that one coming. People are still speculating we get that Jurassic Park NFT from Miami.
It's
from
crazy that
AMC.
like
Is next week on Thursday for the double feature. That's gonna come for some people. So people are gonna be flaunting it if it's good. If it's not just a stupid movie ticket or poster or something like that.
right.
The people are speculating T-Rex or something, you know. But
Hold on. So Ronnie went like not collectible route. FA Spider-Man comic. So Amazing Fantasy number 15, which is Spider-Man's FA.
Oh yeah.
That's one he thinks would crash the market as well.
Oh yeah. People go crazy for that one. What else we got? So yeah, man. Well, we'll see where the market's gonna head. You know, we'll get to talk about it a little more later and speculate on it. But it still feels like you're better off. I mean, a lot of people are jumping ship and just buying the Vader right now. That's what it feels like. But I think you're still better off just like hodling your gems, stacking up on these low, undervalued comics and these dope ones like that. He's talking about Avengers 4. It's still under $10 right now, and that's a top 10.
Top 10.
well, I told you before they started
according to
announcing all of the
crypto
Star Wars
on
stuff
the app.
and the
it's like,
price points of all that, I had told you the Mighty Marvel Deadpool that I saw. I was like, oh man, look, it was like 770. That was like there was like 6 of them like that, and I was like, man, $80. I upload $80. I can buy 10 of them right now and just have 10 of them sitting right there. Because to me personally, like those look so dope, man. If you're looking at the Mighty Morphs at all, like the
and I think
Deadpools
that's
look
what's going to
dope.
happen with the entire market. Fool. I think it could come down to like 5,000 of us, 10,000 of us, and we all just stacked. You know, like then there's a lot more active users according to Veve, because for them it's anyone who just opens the app and just spends time in it. It's not people who are buying collectibles, and you don't have to be
It's
doing
funny.
all this and
You
that.
see people doing
just
dope
to
ass
be-
videos with their vaults on Twitter, and then you see people responding to them. Well, y'all really bored, huh? You got nothing better to do, and it's like, dude, let them like they're literally playing with their game, and you're there. Look at that, look at that loser. Like, what the hell? Like, you're on that. Your shit says Veve in your fucking Twitter name. Like, what are you hating on? Just because they don't have them, you know?
There's a
Like,
lot of sad people.
I saw the tractor beam. I don't know if you saw that. It looked dope as hell. He put the lightsabers like it was a tractor beam. Put all his collectibles like floating, like they're getting sucked up into the ship.
No, people be
Like, you
putting
mean,
some
like there's some
amazing
there's
shit,
some
dude.
dope ass
Like,
artists out there with this shit. Like,
I'll be in my vault. I'll be doing some shit. Like,
that takes me too long,
like,
bro.
just be like one of these fools fucking going Costco on the other fool. This fool
Well, there's a
punching
page
this
like
fool.
that I've seen too, where they're having all the just having all their collectibles have sex in different positions. They're just posted it up. Like, look at this one.
The first Veve porno's coming, dude. That's coming
That'll
soon.
break the app.
That'll break the app. All right. Let's move on. Last month of Q2 has quickly approached. And now the main goals of Veve still stand on the shelf. We got KYC, we got MTL, we got YMCA, and don't forget about the motherfucking G Unit
And
Anyway,
OPP.
and OPP. But yeah, we're waiting for KYC. We're waiting for MTL. They're supposed to be top of the list. They're supposed to be done at the end of this month. Let's just say a one-word answer. Cisco, are we going to get those two things done before the end of this month? Yes or no?
No.
Ben don't give a fuck.
I don't
Ben,
want nah.
He's like, I don't give a fuck. I just want to buy more shit.
Nah. Look, I don't want to add to the fuzz, so I'm gonna say yes. That way I put my little faith in David Yu that they'll fulfill the promise and everything. There's a lot of people that we've heard this before. I haven't. So since this is my first time giving the benefit of the doubt, maybe this should actually come true by July.
I just don't think
So
it's gonna
let's see.
happen. But I don't. I
Yeah.
have no like negative aspect of it. It's just like nope. My answer is no. We won't. Probably won't get it right away. There'll probably be some answers, probably some more questions, but no one's ever satisfied. It don't fucking matter.
I think we
everyone
are
wants to
gonna.
see the
I think
championship
sadly
ring.
we're gonna miss the deadline, and there will be a negative impact on the market and on the sentiment on the app, because it just gives the fudders and the haters more ammo and more fuel to be like, look, see, that's why you still can't take out your money. Oh, nice. Oh, your collectible made 2 G's. Oh, gems. Can you buy a pizza? Can you buy it? Like, man, shut the fuck up. you know?
Meanwhile, that guy has like 3,000 gems loaded up into it that he's already wasting money on. Or he's just pissed about his. I don't get the people who have like
That
they literally have a VV collectible as their AVI and they're talking shit about VV. Like, oh yeah, this is done. Give my money back. They're like just all pissed off. It's like, dude.
So yeah, I think we will see a little bit more of that, unfortunately. You know, but at the same time, too, at this point in the market, a lot of that stuff is weeded out. We are in the thick of it. We were rewarded, man. Like, fuck, I'm so glad they didn't drop Vader in January or in February. Like, we would have been, click the button, bots got it, fucking just instantly kicked you out. We would have been built up so much and so pumped up just to get kicked out. For
just
nothing,
to try to snipe one in the market while
and
the shit
Vader
just goes
and Vader
up and up.
instantly probably be like at 7,
the
10
common
grand
would
right
be
now.
at like 300 right now. The uncommon at like 5, and then the ultra rare probably look around 5 G's.
Nah, he'd be like at 7, 10 grand right now, easy.
If
Goofy went a 7 grand, dude,
not
like
that. If it's at 2 grand right now, that's why.
So yeah, so if the entire market, that's what I was telling Ben. The entire market's down 80%, more or less, right? Let's just even say 60%, you know, or to be super conservative, 50%. Then Vader should easily be
true
at 4 G's or 6 G's easily. You know what I mean? No, I'm just saying if the entire
we gotta get that little sound like math.
If the entire market's down by 80%, then Vader in the market that was 6 months ago would be up 80% right now. I'm just saying, it's not a stretch to think that way. So if you just go and say, okay, where would that leave that
bots were running it?
15 G's, you know, fucking 14 G's.
Wait, how about the fact that you were trying to get me to sell it at what, 1.3? 1.
Nah, I said 1.7.
You're like, get rid of it.
You
said get rid of it, buy it back later.
You have to at least like think about it, right?
All right, so like even with the Randy Chavez move, right? He sold it confidently at 700, right? And he said in his tweet, he's like, and I'll buy it back when it gets down to 500 or 550, whatever it is. Right.
Yeah.
But like how you said, you can have a plan and it's hard to stick to it. And what he did is stick to the damn plan instead of just being like, I don't know what is big. That's what we said. The scared part is like, it's Vader. Like we can't predict. And even on the thing, when they dropped it, it said, you underestimate my power. You underestimate.
You underestimated the power of the dark side. Because everyone was bitching about the lightsabers.
See this.
All that crying about the lightsabers went right out the window as soon as they gave Vader, bro.
Episode on Obi-Wan.
Right. It looked amazing.
They have their first battle and shit. And that shit is. If you haven't watched it, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but that shit was sick. I was like, where are they going with this? Because for a minute, you like, damn, this was making fucking fried chicken and shit. But do you think there's a pump once people have a chance to watch it and you see how like dude, that shit was so badass. It was a badass episode.
I mean,
like if I have that collectible and I see that episode, I'm like, I ain't stabbing this motherfucker.
I don't think
I'm holding
someone's at their house watching the Vader cartoon.
It's not a cartoon.
I mean, cartoon show. And says, my brain's working backwards, but and says, let me go get an NFT of Vader now.
Not let me get it. If you have it, I'm not selling it. You're gonna hodl that boosts the floor. People are reluctant to sell. That boosts the floor. And that's the thing. If you watch the amount that's on the fucking market right now, there's roughly 8% of the ultra rare Vaders on the market.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. As that dwindles down, though, for people that are going to sell, eventually is what we always talk about. Eventually, the collectible ends up in someone's hands that doesn't want to let it go. They don't want to sell. They bought it for what they bought it for, and they want it, and they want to keep it. They don't have the aspirations to flip.
This. I mean, look, we talked about this though.
That's why, but
we talked about this though.
Eventually, it will hit.
Sometimes the listing and the scarcity doesn't really represent the floor bottom because there's always people undercutting.
True, but that's what I'm saying. If it lands in a wallet of someone who's gonna hold it, that they don't care. They're not checking the market.
I think we still need. I think we still need a shakeout of the people who are holding it. Saw it go to 2 Gs, and we'll see it go to 1.5.
What if they're not checking, so they don't see it go to 1.5?
Okay, no, fair enough.
Because they just
But
like
there's
there.
8%
I got
that
it.
are checking,
I'm holding.
and there's 8% that have it listed.
That's why.
Right now.
But it's really
So,
8% is a
supply.
lot, but really is it? Not really. It is, but it ain't. It ain't. You know, like no, you get it. Like yeah, there's 8%, but is
some
it
of these
really?
comics that have less than 1%?
You think that's a lot?
Yes, relative
Under
to
10%,
other things
that
on the
people are
app.
willing to sell less than 10%. That's not that much when it comes down
it's
to
relative to what the supply of most things look like. It's like saying you have fucking 500 oranges. Like, okay, is that a lot of oranges? I don't know if you have fucking 14,000 bananas. Then
relative to the market would be the amount of days it's already the collectible has been on the market. So no, there's the math for you. You're comparing it to shit that's been on the app for 3 months.
I'm not.
Yes, you just did. You said we see that. That's the thing with that. But I'm just saying that's not really that many. And eventually they land in wallets that aren't gonna sell. They're just not, and that's a fact.
I see Corey's question. He says, "Do you think Bumblebee or Optimus Prime would be impactful as Batman, Spider-Man, and Vader?"
Optimus Prime is on the app, and I don't.
No, he's not Voltron.
Who's that? Oh, Voltron. That's true. Oh damn.
Nah, I think
Thank God I never
Optimus Prime is more popular than Voltron, bro. Like they were just are. They have the movie franchise, but personally, I don't see like.
I think they'll be cool items to have, but they're not gonna be as impactful like that. I don't think so. That doesn't mean that they won't be dope.
I think they'll be maybe like, it's hard to say, because you have a DeLorean, you have Knight Rider. Knight Rider's a lot older.
Yeah, but they're different. If they have the animation on, they're Transformers, dude. Like Transformers are big. Like
Transformers spans across a lot of generations.
I think they'll be like a good.
We had multiple cartoons.
Yeah, Corey Hooper said it right there. It's his favorite.
Yeah, you see. And that's what I'm saying.
That is true. A lot of people love Optimus Prime. Like
spans across different generations.
To get the first
different
Optimus
cartoon
Prime
series. They had like the animated one that was like CGI and shit. There's all kinds of.
I don't think it would have like a Vader effect or like a necessarily like a Spider-Man effect, but it'd be up there. It'd be a lot higher than some of the other ones, you know. Like obviously like even Thor or something like that. Like just depends on how.
Yeah, that's true, Corey. If they did have the animation of transforming from the car into the. Into a trans, that shit would be sick. That'd be a dope ass animation.
That's a layup right there.
It would, yeah.
It's that's like, true. Look, we already tell you what you have to do.
David Yu's gonna see a stereo idea. Copyright it now.
There you go, David Yu. You're welcome. We'll see you this weekend over at the pop-up. We will. We're gonna see him in Glendale.
Wait, they did announce a drop too. They're saying that they're gonna have drops at the Decline.
They're exclusive
at the launch party. Boom, 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 boom. Glendale, California. The Veve Bros will be in the house, baby. All right, let's see. All right, so KYC MTL, we're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. I think MTL and people being able to cash out. We're gonna see another dip, and everything will go whoop whoop. And like I said, I do think that level needs to be tested even with Vader because it's the community right now. Sure, there's new people, but we got to remember we're all kind of selling to each other right now. We're all doing this shit with each other right now because there's not a lot of just like random people. A lot of the randoms and the people who just check in, they're either just leaving.
That's why I don't care about the price. I'm just gonna hold it anyways. Because even when you told me, like I told you last week, even if I sold it at 2K right now, boom, sold it for 2K, right? And if I'm not gonna now go get what I want that I've been wanting to go get some other things, right?
Yeah.
Or if I'm just gonna hold it, I have to hold those gems until he drops and hope I have even 700 if he gets down to it. You get me? So it's will I even have that? No, I'm not gonna have that shit. I'm gonna end up buying 15 freaking Spider-Man ones. Like I just bought an Amazing Spider-Man one right now when Ben was talking because I made a raffle today, got my freaking $55. So I'm like, all right, 51 for
like let's just
Amazing
say
Spider-Man #1. Okay. I'm gonna pick up one of those.
Just paint another scenario for you real quick. I got a homie right here works at 7-Eleven. He hit the Mickey Ultra Rare, Steamboat Willie Ultra Rare, right? And it pumped to like 9K, whatever it was. And I remember seeing him, and it was right when it was at that level. I told him, "Are you gonna sell, dude?" He's like, "No, I'm gonna sell this shit to like 50 grand." I was like, "Fuck yeah, bro!" Boom, fist pump. Fuck yeah, Veve, bro. And we walked away and shit. And then I seen him recently, I was like, "Hey, you still hold that shit?" He's like,
"Was homeless and shit." Or he got fired from 7-Eleven.
That fool was like, "Bro, if you buy me a bagel right now, I'll give you that shit." I'm like, "No, they suspended transfers." He's like, "I know, fuck that app." He's pissed, dude. He was so pissed.
Yeah, but he's stupid. He don't watch Veve Bros on Wednesday.
He didn't understand, dude. But look at Steamboat. It was down to $900. 1.1. This squeeze. You know what I mean?
But there's still less in rotation too. Also, so yes, it did go down.
So
but a lot of people
to
just
say that Vader can't? And like I'm just saying, if you were to see a $10,000 thing, or this could be,
then I would hope that I have enough to buy in the second one.
I'm just saying.
I also think that with Vader,
just playing devil's advocate. I'm trying to get Cisco to sell
like
for
but the Star Wars,
$500, and I'll buy it right now.
If you want to Google, you can check the number to see how much millions get spent per year on Star Wars collectibles, though. So then also you got to think there's gonna be people who get more than one ultra rare Vader who are just buying them. If it stays at a price, they're just gonna be like, "Oh, I want 10 of them. I'm gonna hold on to fucking 10 of these things. I'm gonna have an army of ultra rare fucking Darth Vaders."
That's why too, like,
and there will be those people. Like it'll dwindle down. The supply that's
Ronnie's girl sold hers at 2,700. There it is.
Ronnie's girl
shit.
I ain't mad at you either, Ronnie.
That's a smart Ronnie. You're my hero, Ronnie.
You know why? Because his girl won't even sell shit. He tells her to sell.
Your girl will thank you. No, if my girl would have hit an ultra rare, I swear.
I knew someone.
I told him I probably would have sold at 1.9, like 2K zone. I was already thinking about it at 17. I was saying him 17 is not a bad one to walk away from. But I would have probably been at 1.92. I would have been like, fuck that, get out. Because there's gonna come a correction at some point.
So the strategy.
I just didn't know 2 G's would.
The strategy and the reasoning behind it isn't wrong.
2.7.
It just didn't go. It just didn't go your way. When you told me to sell Donald and Daisy, when I hit on that one, it was our first golden moment between us. Remember back then, and you were like, "Sell it, boo, sell it," and I was like, and I just didn't. I didn't argue with you about it, but I just didn't do it. And then look at it now, and not even just now. If you look at it maybe a month later, because remember they dropped golden moments again, and everyone was like, "Oh, they got freaking exhaustion from
that's
golden
why
moments."
Sentiment.
Yes, but I didn't know that was going to happen. And no matter what, think about in that Gary V shit that came up and everyone was talking about in that interview.
Time.
For sure. No,
Steamboat took a long time.
What was the IP he mentioned most? He said Donald Duck comes out there like Donald Duck's a huge ass IP, and that's when people were like, he's already on the blockchain and talking shit. But I still hold true that that's a dope ass golden moment to have, and I got it for 60 gems, so I'm not mad at it either way. Holding it, like having it still.
Of course. And that's just money in the bank when you hit it on the drop. You know what I mean? But your same rationale of you not selling is the same reason I would tell someone not to buy at 2.7 or not to buy at 2.1.
Well, I was just excited that I hit, dude.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying that's where it comes from of me saying, hey, maybe you should consider selling because I wouldn't tell some fool if he came in, if my homie told me right now, oh, that Vader, I missed the drop. How much is it? Oh, it's fucking at like 2.5. Fuck, it went up that much. I'm down to get it. Like, even if he had money, I'd be like, hey, dude,
it's easy to say.
Probably don't do that right now.
Yeah, there was a dude who
that's probably not the smartest move.
You would have thought he was crazy because he hit a Wonder Woman on the drop, then he sold her for $1,000, and so who bought it?
That's a great sale. That's a great sale.
It went all the way down, so he timed it perfect.
Hey, you live and you learn.
Bought it for $1K and. So the other guy,
you guys want to talk about all the freaking 3-digit trash comics you spent $150 on?
All of them.
All right. So you know what?
It was
give me the one Wonder Woman.
It was one
that
crazy.
did pump. In my defense, it pumped to 1,700 after. How many times are we going to talk about
Did you sell it? Is what you always said.
I thought we were at a different point in the market. I did it. I thought we were going to keep on pumping.
But all right, so look, we're sitting on Wednesday night. Are we gonna get an announcement tomorrow?
I don't want to hear another thing about Wonder Woman on this fucking show. If I gotta hear it,
you heard him here. He's all, I like using the AR. I make her give me Costco or whatever he said earlier. He's like, that's how he gets his money back. $30 every time. All right, you owe me about 45.
That's a great move, Ronnie. Back to Ronnie's move. We're doing that. If my girl had hit Ultra on her phone, I would have sold that shit. Probably like around 2K.
You know that in the agreements for the NFTs, like even though they're yours and shit, but with the IPs, the certain IPs, the big ones, they don't allow you to use the NFTs for anything sexual. It's actually in the.
So when Cisco jerks off Vader, he's gonna lose his shit. I'm gonna tell David this weekend. I'm gonna throw rap. I'm be like, David sir.
That shit's hilarious.
My brother jerks off Vader every night, sir. And then your ass will get banned, bitch.
It's all right. I'll just freaking make up a lie to Celeste and she'll stop buying shit for you on drop day, and you won't have a bot farm. You'll be all out. You have to just settle for your comments, brother.
I'm just sad, man.
All right, so then what are we getting this week? What do you think we're getting? We are going to get a drop
Let's
this week.
We're going to stick to the script, all right? Talked about it. KYCMT out.
At the end, I was looking at the script.
June drops. What's new item? Oh, good.
We have Tarzan.
I'm the host.
You're You're
We
the
have
host.
Tarzan.
I'm the ultra rare Vader
We have
holder. She
Tarzan
shut the hell
dropping.
up today.
I don't know if I'm gonna go for it. I don't think I'm gonna go for Tarzan.
Can't argue with him, dude.
Oh yeah, the Tarzan drop. They announced that one, and everyone got excited for DC. But I showed you what
Yeah, it's not DC.
Alex said. Yeah, it's like
Alex
it was
said it's
published
not.
by them, but the IP
Originally
is Herb.
published by them.
Hey, you know, if you know, I get some that you used to have, maybe I might get a little closer to you. Well, they said I forgot who brought it up, but in the licensing agreement too, on the new terms and service agreement, when you sign up for the app, they have the licenses, and they had added Lucasfilm before the May drops,
Before the drop.
and they have DC as well. So I don't know if this reflects that, or if
But
it's
DC's
something else.
been there. You mean DC Comics?
DC Comics, but I think a specific DC Comics. Forgot the name of it. Yeah, it was brought up, so maybe that ties into it.
So are we
Maybe
getting the
this was one of
collectible
it.
this weekend, or is just gonna be on that decon? You get me? Like, is it? I doubt that they what
Probably do
hold
some
out on
artist
everybody.
stuff. They already said they were going to drop the rest of this other set from Decon this weekend.
Right, and that's gonna be for the whole app.
Right.
Not
I don't
having to
know,
be
or it
present.
might be just for the people who are there. I don't know.
No, I looked at them. There was like 5 different artists. There was that one of that like the vulture looking one.
Mhm.
That was just a different variant of it. I saw that one of them. You got it, Ben? You're looking at it? Nope.
Nah.
But yeah,
Trying to see it.
Well,
So-
you're saying we're getting Buzz Lightyear this
we are
month.
100%. We're
100% getting Buzz. You guys think we're getting Buzz Lightyear?
1,000%. I already
Are
hit
we
on my
gonna get
Vader. I predicted
buzzed?
Vader when we picked our 3.
Ben's getting
I
Buzz.
picked Buzz Lightyear.
I'm
I
not
picked
getting
Vader,
Buzz tonight, although
and
I
I
want to
picked
get Buzz.
NFT. Breast, and I said the Disney Castle. Those are the 4 that I picked. that we were
Cisco
gonna get.
still got his money on Disney.
I got the
Castle.
Vader.
Only because you got to choose first. You said
No,
Vader.
Ben
We
got
all
to choose
agreed
first and went
Vader.
after. Who cares? I got it. You should have said it then, asshole. You said some other bull. What'd you say?
I said Mario.
No, and what else? Someone says something, and then you're like, yeah, that. You're like, I like that idea. That's
I don't
my
know.
idea.
Well,
What episode was it? I have it written down somewhere.
One thing I do think
It was like
is
2
we can't forget
4
is the
episodes.
Pikachu card that David used in the bottom right corner during the last AMA.
So we're getting Pikachu.
And then when we get the
cards.
new AMA, just look
Nah.
for
I
more
don't think
Pokemon
I don't
shit.
think we get another Star
Y'all
Wars.
keep your eyes out for
He's
another
just doing
Pokemon
Easter
hit.
eggs.
Yeah,
Ronnie,
be
I don't
leading
think we
up
get
to
another
it.
Star Wars till maybe December if they're gonna do another Star Wars anything, and it might be a golden moment or something.
No, there's more Star Wars like shows coming out on Disney Plus.
but
They're
when?
doing a huge. I think the rest of this year. Look it up.
Well, you're the
When
host,
is the next?
motherfucker.
When is the next? Yeah, you're my researcher.
well, the
bitch,
next
do your
series
job.
of lightsabers.
Series 2? They did the dark side. What did they do? The light side? Like I don't know. They have a bunch of options. I don't know what we're gonna get. For sure, we're getting Buzz Lightyear, like I said, and if we get another artist,
We're
but
getting
I don't know.
Buzz.
Everyone, I'm exhausted from the.
Oh
from
shit!
these
All right, I
drops.
do. I found the picks. So Cisco did say Darth Vader. He said Buzz, and he said the castles from Disneyland. Ben said Captain America #1, the Millennium Falcon, and Golden Moment Obi-Wan. That's what you picked, and then I picked Ryu, Banksy, and Miles Morales. Which obviously those are just shots in the dark.
Those are stupid picks.
Jurassic Park is next week, Corey. Yep.
Yeah,
That one.
Jurassic
I
Park
got
on
3
Thursday.
of those.
Yeah, I bought one for the double feature. I'm not gonna go. I'm just gonna go. Do you have to even go scan your ticket, or just because you bought it, you're good?
No, you do.
I don't know. But
And you have
I'm
to tell
going
them
to
you're
see
a
the
Veve
movie. I
bro.
want to see the movie, but yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go see the movie, but I'm
I'm
gonna see it
gonna
in Adobe Digital because they only have it in the regular one. So I'm gonna go at 5, just scan it. It's down the street from my job, so I'll get the NFT for the double feature, and then later at night at 8:30, I'm watching
And
Adobe
we
Digital.
won't get the code though for like a week or some shit.
Yeah,
Till
I,
the week after.
I know I bought the right one, but it didn't send me anything really like to push it or tell me. what
Hopefully
it's
they're
gonna be,
dope.
any of it.
Hopefully they're dope.
Maybe you'll get a T-Rex. Have Vader riding a
Fighting
T-Rex.
the T-Rex.
But then that'll be considered sexual and you'll get banned. And then, David, you will give me your Ocho and Darth Vader.
We ain't getting shit, man. Fuck you. That's what you guys are
Yeah, I
talking
hope we
shit.
get Buzz Lightyear. That'll be cool. I think the market will definitely crash and people will list their Vader for $400. Ultra rare. Just because they want that buzz, baby. Because people want that new fancy thing, that new shiny thing.
Who the
Give it
fuck
to
wants
me.
Buzz Lightyear over Darth Vader.
Buzz Lightyear, ultra rare. He super secret rare. And he
That's the only thing though.
flies.
Will it be Pixar
He
pals?
flies.
Will it be Pixar pals or will it be based off the movie, which is more of a like
It'll be
realistic?
both.
We'll see. Who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe
the
it'll be the-
animation's different.
While Woody was in the Pixar Pals, he didn't get his own little, drop with 3 or 4 Woody variants.
That's what I'm saying. But Buzz will be a part of the Pixar
might.
pals. That's
Remember
still
when
dropping
Woody was
Buzz.
a thing? Like, dude, Woody, $300, $199. When is it ever gonna come down? I'll never come down, bro. Woody, we're talking about Woody. You ever get a Woody, bro? Once you get a Woody, you never wanted to come down. That's what these fools are saying. And never Woody's
Talking
at.
about being sexual and shit. He's over here
Woody's at
fucking,
$99.
hey,
You know?
hide your boner.
I had my Woody, and I still haven't bought a Woody. Anyway, we got to have long-term mindset. Again, not financial advice, but of course we do preach that. We believe in this project. We're sticking out with it through the thick of it. That's why we picked up a gang of NFTs this month. Ben went crazy. I went crazy a couple times this month. I'm sure you guys did.
What you got? What you got in your collection right now? How
tell
many?
us,
How many comics? How many collectibles? What do you got?
My true count, because I also have my, I got Celeste's phone and I got my sister's phone. So they're my little extra accounts. My true count is somewhere a little higher, but I think right now I'm like at 100 comics on mine and like 50 or 60 collectibles or some shit.
I'm at 107 collectibles, 219 comics,
Jesus.
11 full sets.
Damn.
I have 11 full sets right now.
11
How many
full-
followers? 95.
95.
Dang, he's whooping my ass in all of them except Vader.
That's Ben. I told him, I'm like, this fool's getting the master collector
Yes,
status
dude,
because
it's
he
savage.
picked up the lenticular set. You know,
I got
I
63 collectibles, 182 comics, only one full set, and it's that Moon Knight because I hit the ultra rare and I was like, booyah, baby. Full set complete. Easy. I'm gonna go get this $20 common real quick. And then I got 72 followers because you motherfuckers don't like me.
You should have bought the battle statue.
Well, look, I got
Flash Superman for 60.
I got 100 comics,
Half price,
57
shit like that shit.
collectibles. But like I said, I think I have like 14 or 15 collectibles on Celeste's phone and like another like 13
I do
comics.
have a lot though. Like a lot of my
Yeah, Senya
collectibles
got
are the
some too.
stacks. I stacked the Thor
I'm
common
alright,
and
I'm alright.
uncommon. I stacked them Deadpool common.
Ben
which
went
is already
crazy in
up.
May, bro. He went
A
crazy.
lot of those
in May.
are like I have a few collectibles stacked. Holiday group, that one was like super cheap too. I have a lot of those.
How many?
Fuck, I think like 8.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah.
That's not bad though.
But they
My
were like
biggest stack that I have is
10
5
bucks,
of the
9
Amazing Spider-Man #1s. Just bought one, like I said, during this live, and that put me at 5 of them. So that's the most that I have of any of that. And then on the collectible side, I think the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, I have 3.
I low-key bought a good amount of the Deadpool, the Mighty Marvels. They're just so cheap.
Yeah, I have 4 Amazing
I was just
Spider-Man
like-
#1s.
Scratch the itch.
I got 4 of those fools. The one that's really cheap is Amazing Spider-Man #3.
No, and
with Doc Ock,
Fantastic
dude. That
Four
shit
#5,
just-
dude. The FA of Doom. If you don't have that one, or you've been wanting to like get a better mint or a
Go
better
copy.
rarity, those ones are cheap right now. I'm tripping out on that. Like I couldn't believe it when I saw that. Because I remember when I wanted to get one bad, they were all high, all of them. I mean, the common
I
all the way up, and I
swear,
was like,
that-
and not even
that-
during our highest point, just like that was just a comic that's dope. Look at the Doom Mighty Marvel. It was pumped all high than any of the other ones. Like Doom's a very, very popular villain.
And that's one thing I wanted to talk about today is that the comics have been going down more than the collectibles, which is changed as far as our time on the app. And I don't know why, but I have a feeling that people are speculating a big comic drop, like a huge one. Even though we got Doctor Strange and everything, but that was during the time of Vader. And I kind of got the feeling because the way the comic market is crashing, it's like, dude, you wouldn't sell these. You don't have to sell them at these prices. You could just wait because they get bought up. Floors get bought up right away with the comics.
I
they
think
don't
people
stay.
loaded up on
That's
They
comics
don't
more than
stay.
they did.
Just boom, boom, boom.
But
they
I think
sell.
people loaded up on comics before.
No. So that's
Like
what I'm saying.
these-
You
these
don't.
Grail
I get
ones
the
and these
feeling
ones
people
back in the day?
are thinking there's gonna be a huge comic drop in this month because the way it's going down is like, dude, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense why they're giving up these comics right now. Like Vader's over. Vader came and went,
Dude, remember
and
the
they're
movies that are
still
coming,
putting
though?
them lower and lower.
But
You're seeing
people are
prices
buying
go lower.
back their collectibles as far as the ones they put up. Because, like I said, that Spider-Man Uncommon, it got as low as like 130. And it not pumped, but it bounced back off that floor to about 180 or 190 right now.
Check out Corey. Corey gave us his numbers too.
Where's Corey
There
at?
it is. See, Corey's killing me.
Corey, 117 collectibles, 218 comics.
I started in
Damn.
December, Corey, but I actually got my first one in January as well. I got on the app in December though,
I got an app in
late December.
end of November, but yeah, I didn't get my first drop till like late December.
You
the last week of December. I just got on the app and I kind of downloaded it, didn't really know what to do. I was like, fuck, what the and everything was kind of not high, but it's just kind of like prices I didn't understand. Like what makes this worth this and this? I was like, fuck, what do I buy?
That's how I was too.
You know, but damn, Corey killing it, bro.
Yeah, I got it in November, Corey, and my first drop I hit was the Steamboat Willie. Got that uncommon. I had missed like 3 comics before that were just instant. And I was like, this is retarded. But he's like, dude, you gotta go for this one. Hit me up. I was at work and I was like, all right. And after I was fucking around with it in work, after like putting it right next to my coworkers, like, what the hell is that? I'm like, this is my birds told me to get on. I'm like, we're gonna be rich.
Shit, I'm just glad I got in for that Steamboat too. Like, shit, that shit was a crazy ass drop, especially at those time with all the bots and everything. Like, you're just lucky to get one. Let's see. What else we gotta cover? Another thing that came up this week, as you know, the crypto market lags and all stocks, everything goes down. OMI price has been really low, you know, and it's kind of like bounced a little bit up, but during these times where it's been low, during these drops, we've been burning a gang of OMI, because you know what the token does is on every drop they match the amount of that was bought for the collectible with OMI burns, right? The equivalent from dollars to OMI. And so when OMI's down, more of it gets burned, you know. So right now that it's been down at the bottom, we've been burning massive amounts of fucking OMI. I think this weekend was like 6 billion or something. I was telling you guys, like, and the reserve wallet is at somewhere like 250 billion. You know, don't quote me on the numbers and shit, but anyway, it's still a good amount in the reserve wallet. But if it stays this low,
and then we burned a lot, but not a lot.
Yeah, man. Like, you know, the particulars, you look them up yourself. You know, I smoked a lot of weed today. But the fact of the matter is, the lower the price goes, it's funny, but it sounds counterintuitive. But it's like, fuck, we actually want it to go lower. Mm-hmm. If you really plan on sticking with this project for the long term, this time right now of it being so down is great for the project, because shit still keeps selling out. So it's like the perfect storm. Like, when you really look at it, and what Veve is able to accomplish is fucking crazy. Like, hey, our token is fucking taking a shit, right? But the project that is built on it is fucking killing it and is able to sell out fucking millions and millions of dollars worth of revenue. Just this month in May, dude, Veve went crazy. I haven't added it all up, but I know it's somewhere near 10 million in that they, you know, that they had to go through.
There's so many transactions on the market this month. Probably one of their busiest months ever, dude.
Yeah, it was pretty insane.
Like, dude, all the deals that
you even look at like the comics that started with May the 4th, and then having Thor and having the
just
Deadpool,
think of people
and
who
all
bought
the
in at the first dip that they thought that was the dip, and then probably put the shit they bought on the dip, they probably put it for sale to fucking get more gems back to like still be in it. Because what we thought was the bottom wasn't the bottom. Then what we thought was the bottom wasn't the bottom. It just kept going.
So all this time while you know this is going on, the OMI token is fucking steadily burning. So it's, you know, just something to note.
Yeah,
some
people are saying, well, within 7 months it could possibly burn it all.
Before the end of the year. Before the end of the year, if it did, I think it would have to average like a little bit less of where we're at now, because it has been lower than we're at now, but like we're like at 1.5 right now, 0.0015, 0.00, maybe 30. I don't even fucking know, but we're in the 1.5. It's gotten as low as like 1.1. So we're about to lose another 0, you know, another decimal point. So it's like, fuck, dude, like, Jesus, you know, fucking 0.0016. So if it stays even like 1 right now, where it's at, like under 2, we should be able to get through it in 8 months. And I saw that video by Foster Hilt, so that's who I'll credit him. If you guys want to go watch the video, he gives a really good breakdown on it, on the projected timelines for the burn, because everyone wants to see OMI back at a penny, right? And its all-time high was like a penny and a half, maybe, you know, if that. I think it was a penny.
It doesn't show that online, like for all-time high.
What does it show as?
It only like 0.0030, so 3 times what it's at, basically, from its all-time low. All-time low was 0.0010, and then
smoked a lot of weed today.
No, that's off Coinbase, though, so they don't list
Coinbase don't got the right shit. You got to go to CoinGecko. So. But anyway, it's interesting, man. And if you own the token, which a lot of us do who are involved with the project, it's pretty cool to see. It's pretty exciting, and it's just about having a long-term mindset with the project and with your goals. And it really does look like we're looking at like 8 to like, I want to put like, a certain amount. We've been saying like a year.
At least so next year when all the other movies start coming, all the things bet pump to and makes things bigger.
But the overall market too needs to do better. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Everything needs to get a little better. We just need more time to wear this shit out. And if the price can stay low and then Veve just keeps giving us them bombs and keeps dropping really dope shit, which we know they are, then it's the perfect storm. Because a lot of projects, while their coin was down, people weren't going to spend money like this. So a lot of projects would be like, fuck, man, if only we could get people to burn our shit right now. If only we get people to play this game. If only we get people to buy this item, we would burn so much. And Veve is actually capable of doing that.
So let's say everything burns. Explain to your understanding what's the benefit of that.
So let's just say the thing that people complain about with Veve and with Ecomi is that there's a huge supply started when they started the coin, 750 billion. That's like double of Doge and shit, like even when I did my research initially, like I would read people's comments and hear people like, dude, do you realize that? Look at that supply. So the circulating supply, and then there's a reserve wallet, and in that reserve wallet was 350 the half of it, 350 billion coins, and then the other one is a circulating supply that people can buy. In that reserve wallet, Veve burns. The mechanism is built in it that every time they do a drop, they burn the equivalent in OMI. Every time the taxes that they tax you for the fucking market, they burn the equivalent of OMI. So they're almost saying like, hey, look, buy this coin if you support this project. And every time we even tax you for the transaction we do, we'll match you by making your coin more valuable, because the less supply to go around ultimately will affect the price. Now, even though they're burning from a reserve wallet, that doesn't affect OMI's direct price right now. As this is happening, the minute that wallet's ran out, then it forces the Ecomi team to do buybacks or to figure out how to replenish it. They already bought their own coin to start off with. They're holding a certain amount, a reserve amount. And so they'll put that back in, to that, which won't affect the price then right off the bat either. But that'll eventually run out too, especially if they're burning $1 billion a drop. $1 billion plus a drop, like, it's ridiculous, So it's very interesting. It's like,
read Ronnie's comment.
What's Ronnie say? What's Ronnie got saying?
His 2,300 in OMI is currently 500, and he got into OMI before Veve. He found Veve because of OMI. So he was an OMI homie beforehand, right off the bat.
That hurts, dude. Yeah, and a lot of people might feel like they're suppressing the price, and I bought in January, February, when thinking we're going to get a huge listing like Binance, or get on, KuCoin, or get on Coinbase at some point.
Dude, that's down 77% from his purchase right there.
Right. Man. Yeah, it hurts, dude.
But it's all good.
I forgot how much to get. I don't even have
now you buy 500
my million tokens, but shit, I think you can get 1 million tokens right now with like, fuck, if I'm not mistaken, like 1,500. And at the time I was telling you guys to get it, it was going to cost
8K. You said 8K.
7,800. When I told them, hey, dude, 7,800 to get 1 million OMI. This shit's at 0.6, 0.5, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. Like it's about, 0.00. You know what I mean? It's getting close to a penny. So maybe you guys want to get it before it gets over a penny.
I got 115,000 coins for 180. Dang, like 2 weeks ago.
Anyway, it can feel like they're suppressing it. Again, I thought we were gonna get more exchanges. That's why I went. I thought, hey, we're in the community, we're getting information from the team. They're saying more exchanges. I'm gonna go ahead and be like, all right, let me see what's up. But obviously, they're playing a different game on a different timeline. You know what I mean? But if you look on the bright side, that's built in. They're burning that token on these down times, which will ultimately add to money in our pocket, but it's just on a longer time scale than we had thought, And a lot of it is the effect that I have homies who never touch Veve, but they have OMI too. They're just into crypto. And their story with OMI was, oh, fool, this is going to be one of those tokens that just shoots up. They got some game, they got this. They're not even in a Veve. They're just like, this is one of those. You should buy it. It's a cool project. And I
And right
think
now it's on
because
sale.
of that, you had an effect of people jumping in with big money that just thought, oh, this shit's gonna do some Dogecoin type shit. And then when it didn't, they just dipped, you know? Let's see what Corey said. It's fun to collect iconic things and exhilarate to buy and sell the stock market all while learning about blockchain technology. It's an amazing idea for a project. Hats off to VV. Yeah, most def, man. I mean, I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. We're pretty lucky too to just be involved in this and even see how like markets move and have fun with it, because all this stuff, you know, you're able to apply it to other things. You're able to just have some skin in the game, which is all we want, because we hear those stories too,
And
man.
for all we know, though, Vivi might reward us for being in so early. You know, they might later down the road. They might fucking reward the OGs, not just with drops.
Hey, we're
just
becoming
based off
OGs, baby.
time.
Once we make it
They
a year
mark-
here,
I think
once we make it a year,
it's
we
a point
OGs,
they
baby.
make by putting the date that you've been collecting on their
you
app.
can't
from.
tell me shit.
they
You know how
make a
much
point
money
off
I've
of that
wasted?
shit.
You know how much stupid ass purchases I made? You know how stupid I felt at night looking at my phone like, what the fuck did I listen to Mickey for? God damn it.
Hey,
I deserve to be
fuck
happy in
this
the
fool.
future.
I told him to get on this app. He hits the steamboat in the age of the boat of the bots. Then he sticks it through. We do this podcast and he hits an ultra rare Vader. So one day, and I have no doubt in this, that Vader will be 10 grand plus, and you'll be able to sell that bitch out if you want to and walk away with a nice little come up from 80 bucks to 10 G's. And someone else will want that. It'll be the year 2024, 20, whatever it is. Someone else is going to see Cisco and be like, damn, how do I get that? And they're going to want a
When there's
shortcut, and
only
you're going to
30
tell them,
on the market.
and it's like, there's nothing we could shortcut or tell you, bro. We literally did a podcast with this where we did it. We did 100 weeks in a row, and you saw every dip, every fucking dive,
And that's the
every
point.
every
Document
high,
it.
low.
Talk to you guys
and we
about
do
it
this
while you're going through it.
Yeah, man. And now we're at a high point, and everyone's really interested, and everyone's into it, and they want that. How do I get that $10,000, $20,000 NFT? I'll, you know.
And dude,
fools will
look,
just try to buy right
this
into
can't
it.
go without being said. At the time when we jumped in and the market was really high and everything, not only was the market really high, but for whatever reason, I had a little bit more money to spend. Like I wish I had money today to spend. No, but I'm saying like regardless, like
But you think
for
that,
where it was.
that's why you have to look at the overall.
Yeah,
thing
that's
of
what I'm
it.
saying. That, but my point, like, so we hit it like at the worst times, like that. You know, imagine coming here and oh yeah, I could buy this. If you believe in it and you have
Right.
that money, you're stoked as fuck. But we're hurting, and we still shout
Yeah,
out for
man.
Star Wars
It
because
is.
we've been waiting so long for it, and everyone was pumped up. Like it hurt to press buy now, but you were gonna press that shit regardless because you're like, no, this is why, right? This secret rare is the one that I was waiting for.
Right.
So I have to press this fucking button a third time.
Here's the thing too, that'll kind of cook your noodle, right? Like some Matrix shit, as we say. Like homie, I forgot his name right here in the comments. He was able to pick up that Radex, right? He was able to pick up the ultra rare Vader. You know, and maybe he had the gems already loaded up. Maybe he sold some stuff. You know, Radex, if you're still there, what was your strategy to get Vader? Did you just come out the pocket? You got money like that, and you just pick this up for 850 or 875? Or was it like, yo, I was already accumulating, I was saving my gems? Because that's what we had been talking about. And everyone had been speculating for Vader since April. You know, you had enough time in it. And in a lot of ways, you know, I look at that too. Like all the money I went for in drops, if you average it off of what you're spending to go for drops, as opposed to saving those gems and just getting what you want at the price the market says, if you wait for it and your price of what you want and the market, and you meet it somewhere in the middle, you're right now probably better off in the next 6 months, you know, with the strategy of, you know, having the gems on hand and then just picking what you want up. And going for the drops is fun, but you just literally can't go for every drop. And I think that's what this whole thing has kind of taught me. Like, I'll at least take that from it. I kind of already knew that, but hey, it's easier said than done.
Well, so it depends on the price point too. Yeah, when they're putting on a bunch of heavy hitters and you're like, I can't justify 120 every time. But if it's at $20 and they give you a little $13 one, it's like, man.
Well, that's why too. Though, like, look at Deadpool. The common went under. It was selling for $7, $8. That's Deadpool. It's not the FA. I understand that, but it's still Deadpool, the Mighty Marvel, and you're just like all these people selling it under retail, undervaluing it. You know that's undervalued right there at seven gems only. That's a clean stack right there. that you're available to get right now in the market that doesn't make sense.
Which one?
When Thing costs more than Deadpool and the same type of shit of Mighty Marvel, that tells you something's wrong with the market. That tells you, yeah,
Well, there's
Deadpool
no
was
new
later.
money. There's no new money.
But also, that's what I mean, though.
People don't want to lose. They don't want to sell at a loss.
Yes, but even with the Thing, think about it. With the Thing, since it's been on the app for longer, the value is higher automatically.
And that's automatically. It's got more people bought it at more expensive prices.
Well, that's
people
why
have higher price points that are not willing to sell at a loss.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. All of these new collectibles, though, that
People
we've had in this month, and they're down, and you see Thor and all them. There's no way, based off if you want to like compare it to the market, there's no way these low prices sustain for where they're at for those. It just doesn't. They don't sustain at that. They will rise because it's just as time goes on, and you got to choose in the market. When new people come on, who do I want this or do I want that? Who the fuck is gonna choose Thing over Deadpool? You're not. You're gonna, and if it's cost less, you're gonna buy it, and then those collectibles that are at that lesser price, they get bought up. And that's just what I see as well with these. Like if you look at it, definitely some things in the market are off, and it takes time for them to catch up.
Right.
And then by then people are like, shit, I should have bought it at
this. You have to also look at what kind of influences that.
But remember, look, it's to your method of stacking. And I'm not saying that they're gonna go boom, but if you bought Deadpool at 7 gems, if it goes to, let's just say 18, you could sell even with the tax. You just doubled up.
Right.
And if you bought a few of them, then you're just doubling all that up.
And that's just what I mean. Like, practice that,
you know, there's some things you got to look at in the market that this is incorrect. Like, this is the market now, but this is incorrect.
As your liquid. Hey, I have $100. I'm gonna load up and buy 10 of those Deadpools, and that's gonna be my $100. And I want to buy something that's 200, but I'm gonna wait till this 100 doubles, and then I'll just go get what I want for that 200, because more than likely this will double before that thing I want for 200 goes to 400 for sure. You know, it'll probably stay right where I want it, or I got to put extra 20 because now it's 220. But Deadpool went from 7 to 14 much easier than Spider-Man could go from 180 to 250. It's just in this market.
And that's my point. There's certain items you gotta look at and be like, this is off, this can't sustain, and you know, you might want to go for it. It's not financial advice, but just something to look at, just something you guys got to pay attention to. Compare it to other collectibles based off popularity. If they even have a movie, like Fantastic Four movies have all sucked. Every single one of them has sucked. So it's like, dude, those, like, if you compare things,
you don't go broke making a profit, baby. Hey, Corey Hooper says, I heard that internet influencer Logan is in the app, and Omi. He has deep pockets, and Andre Jick, who's a financial advisor, success on YouTube, shows off a Veve collection on one of his videos. Yeah, I've seen that one, the Andre Jick one. That one's pretty cool. He breaks down Omi a lot better than my stoned ass can, and he also talks about that, how he sold some Bitcoin to buy Omi because he believes Omi will double before Bitcoin does. And that was 70% ago, like 60% ago.
But I've also heard about Logan Paul as well, being on it.
And for sure. Too. And they know, the video where he talked they know that Veve's going the long route. Veve refuses to go quick for anyone. It's just like that. Hey, you want Vader? It's like you want it's like the bomb cooking. Like you can't rush. And Alex, you can't rush that bomb ass.
This was the first drop that Veve did not reveal the animation before the drop. You had to hit Vader and actually see it, and then people were able to see it. But you didn't know. It showed his pose, but it didn't show you the animation. He said there will be no preview.
Right.
This is one that you're just gonna go for. Only one is animated, and you find out when it drops.
It brings excitement. It brings more. So. Yeah, anyway, I just wanted to bring up Omi a little. I know we're on different spots with Omi, but, if we believe in the project, again, I just think it's cool. And certain people, they kind of go a little too heavy on collectibles. And there was a point, too, Randy Chavez and other people admitted that they bought a little too much Omi and that they should have just went into Veve a little harder. And Veve gave them a better return with their money than Omi has. Omi has lagged behind. Because Omi didn't really jump on that second leg of the bull run. That's what everyone thought. It kind of did, but it didn't go back and go crazy. Anyway, I forgot my point. I'm actually really high. I'll be right back.
Hell yeah. This is our favorite part of the show, guys. Get the fuck out of here. And we can just talk about whatever we want, baby.
Yep.
So
It's our
this.
show now.
Anything you want to say about him right now in the comments, go ahead and drop it. We'll relay it to him later. But yeah, he's right. When he tried to convince me, and he almost did, and he talks about not buying in on these expensive collectibles, but we talk about it all the time. He convinced us to buy shit. And it's like, you better get it now. You better get it now. So now my whole strategy is like I have my money locked up. I'm getting married next year. Looking at buying a house. You know, don't really want to buy the house. I want to get an investment house. But once I have a wife, I realize that argument's going to be up and down the whole damn way. But either way, getting married next year. You know, Zoe's birthday in 3 weeks. Money's tied up right now. But if I do some overtime, I got like $30. I got like $40, you know. I sell Dodger tickets, Rams, Chargers, LA ticket plug, like me on IG, run raffles. You know, today I ran a raffle, flipped some tickets, bought from some girl for $150, sold 2 of them for $100 right off the bat. And I'm like, all right, I'll raffle the other ones. Made another $150 off the raffle. Boom. $55 profit in my pocket that I'm like, I can let go of this 55 that I have right here. Buy the Amazing Spider-Man #1. That's my strategy currently. If I can get some extra dough, put it away a little bit. You know, I'm not going heavy, but I'll just go and grab something real nice. Be like, all right, let me get this one. I'm gonna hold on to this one. This one's cool. Some of it's dollar cost average. We talk about it. You know, we made some bad purchases, bought some shit that was really expensive. That freaking Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. This fool convinced me to buy it at $360 before it doesn't come down because there's Sony Spider-Man. It's the first appearance Spider-Man, and I like the what if. So I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm getting it. And then he wore the fucking cape in the movie. You know, like there was a bunch of shit that was like that. I was like, yeah, there's a catalyst. So now I bought another one for like what, 45, me, 50.
My catalog went up just from fucking when the bots left.
Thanks, Corey.
If you check my catalog before, prior to the bots being removed, it wasn't nowhere near this. But after you started being able to hit drops, it felt good. It changed the whole mood to it. You know, I remember the Batman Black and White was one of the first ones that was like, fuck, the bots are gone.
And it was a dope drop.
Everything is up for grabs now.
And there's still gonna be exciting drops, too, that we're gonna not like. You're gonna get that money for it. You're gonna figure out where it's at.
And that was my first set.
I still haven't got invited to the damn web platform unless it's in my junk mail. So
yeah,
I'm still not in that.
It's pretty
circle.
You can't see
only the credit card aspect of it was like, all right, maybe if I have this credit card
add more
on the side, yeah, you know, maybe if it's worth it on the drop. But otherwise, I'm playing it smart, waiting on the sidelines, and it's not gonna be Star Wars, but we'll see what the next one is. That's my long-term strategy right now. I'm working with. If I got some extra dough, I see something I want for cheap, I'm gonna go grab it, make sure build on my collectibles a little in my collection. But otherwise, just gonna hang tight, guys. And I'm not gonna go for every single drop, but it's hard on the comics, dude. It's hard to say no to these comics when you can hit a secret rare and just flip it real quick. The ultra rare is not as much, but
the app is still as addicting as it's ever been. It's pretty fun.
So low key, I'm kind of curious to see like if I will I get one? You know, like I'm waiting for that moment. Like, oh shit, I didn't get one. Like, what the hell?
I'm definitely gonna go back. Right now, like I'm gonna buy more Omi, and I'm just gonna try to be disciplined and just go for one drop, unless it's like a really big drop.
For sure.
But I'm just gonna be like, look, just go for one on the drop, see what you get. And then when you get some extra cash, maybe load up on the things that you want. And the strategy for me was to have the top 10 comics, on the app and make sure we get that done. So Marvel Comics is right there. So kind of get back to that. I feel like there is a little breath of relief now that Vader is here. It's another huge flex from Veve. And it's just another great moment, and we're rewarded, But
it's also one of those
riding with them, we're rewarded, bro. Because some people just got off the app, and they're gonna be on there, be like, wait, when did Vader get dropped?
But remember this too, though. Like most of the time when we find out about a drop, we're finding out two days before, 3 days maybe. Like at most. Not rarely is it like 4 days out, right? And Vader had a clear date that everyone can oh, it's gonna come. Even with the trailer drop of Obi-Wan, it shows Vader and everything, where it was like, oh, the suspense was easily built, so the dip was easy to be like, oh, it's coming. But
you get me like them telling you, they could have given you something else.
No, of course,
we had said golden moment. It could have been, and I had said too. I did hit it like right when I said we'll probably get a card or a poster for that in between.
Yeah.
I was like, because I don't think we'll get multiple collectibles. You know what I mean? But they could have they could have got us a little. Veve delivered. Give them their props. Like, they could have fucking gave us some other shit. and that wasn't a full collectible.
But I'm saying, that we see that
and
long
we
term
got
dip,
what we
like
wanted,
we
like-
did this month. This month was extra like rare as far as that long term dip, that the gradual dip that it went. Things crashing and going down, okay, fine, but like you just saw it building up
Yeah.
to the 27th and to that weekend. Like that's what it was coming to.
I think honestly, I've been saying this for a minute, but we have to see like a market reversal at some point where even the community that's there just is able to load up. And you're seeing that, right? Total listings go super down. We had Randy Chavez do this today. There was only like 23 of the like some Maricorno or whatever they're called. There was only like 23 or less than 20 on the market. So he bought like half of them. He bought like 13 of them. And it immediately like I think doubled or tripled the price. So it went from like $13 to like 37. And then within like an hour later, it was like $47. It already even other people started buying them up because they seen that the supply was down to like 5 or 6.
I better get it now.
And then what happens after that?
More people
see that, so more people list.
Yeah, it goes
so
back.
You can't always trust listings as being where it's at. It's at the end, it's what someone's willing to pay. But as they do get lower, it will be easier for people like him and for normal people too, like us, to be able to say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and instead of buying like an expensive item.
Dude, just imagine when it's more social and we have the Veve verse and it's more like you're able to talk up your mint number and shit and make this value to it. And you're also, if you're known, we're not influenced, like I said, but like it does become something else. Even mentioning the Logan Paul and all that, and saying like, oh, look, I bought this one from Logan Paul. Look, you can see right here that I got it from him and his thing, whatever his handle is or whatever the case. All I'm saying is in the future, you will be able to lobby it to where it's like, you don't have to, not just people saying, look, lowest mint on the marketplace, go check it out, which I still don't know how to fucking post on the feed like that. Right. I don't know how to post a damn regular picture.
Like a background or something.
Someone teach us how to do
people,
that. Yeah, people, I know it's probably simple,
like your
but
regular pictures on the feed and shit, or like
because that shit pisses me off. I can't do anything.
Non-VV ones. Yeah, it's a pretty cool little trick.
They're dope, but I'm not able to do it.
Or shadow ban. Either way, my point is once you're able to do that too, then it becomes a point where it's like, yeah, this mint numbers, and then they take that story that you fucking built up in this asterisk, like the little fucking museum plaque that has a story behind it, and then they're gonna use that with their collectible where it's like, yeah, did you know that this is the date of the movie release? And did you know that fucking Piglet and Pooh, the first time they ever linked up was December 20th, and I got number 1/12/20, so their first time together on December 20th,
right.
Like, which is the one I have, guys. So if you like that story, look me up in the marketplace and buy that one from me. It's for sale.
There will and can come a day where like VV itself, like because it has the metaverse, but like this first iteration of it being this place that drops these collectibles, like is no more. You know what I mean? Like they move into something else. Like the companies still work with them and
like Instagram that now you do your everything else that you
like
do.
Whatever. They're the ones who host it now with the metaverse. And then DC drops their own shit. Drops their own stuff, but it's still a part of VV and like. They're still the main ones who kind of curate and make it happen. And
proof of concept, and
these companies trust them, and it almost just becomes the game console. It's Xbox, it's PlayStation. They don't have no favoritism as far as it is. Fucking Disney makes the same game for Xbox as it does PlayStation, as it does this. It just maybe it'll do little. They have certain exclusive ones, but for the most part, you get what I mean. Like. VV doesn't have to be the game maker as far as that. It could be the console, the thing that sustains
the platform.
So then a lot of these collectibles we got during this time become even more valuable, and people are arguing the opposite right now in the bear market, saying, "Oh, once Disney makes their own NFT, these will all be worthless." And it's like, nah, even if they do, these are still, these are still their first ones. And plus, like they knew that when they gave this to VV, if they were going to do that, they would have just not even.
No,
giving
and
it
then
to
also
them,
this, like think
there's
about
a bigger
it.
vision
think
here.
about time wise and like the big fucking blunder that was the Bored Ape Land or their metaverse shit. How they were selling the land for and everything fucking was a big mess. That came out already. How long has Bored Apes been around? VV's been around. Well, this is already their second year. Only their second year. The metaverse ain't out yet. They're not rushing it. What do you have more faith in, that Bored Ape Land fucking just selling off of the hype and everything, or actually the functionality of the people that put the time in with these huge IPs to make this work so it's not a blunder, so it doesn't have that foot on it when it actually rolls out. I think people are mad because we're impatient, just humans. You want it, but waiting for it when it actually comes out, I think it's gonna be top notch. I think that shit will be dope. I think everyone, it will be worth the wait, and I think the people who pull out early, besides the ones that have to, like if MTL comes out, you need your money and you got to. I honestly believe those people will regret it. The ones who got like, I'm tired of waiting. You guys lie. You guys don't keep your shits up.
You
like,
have to talk like we talked about
slow
the
and
alpha,
steady wins the race.
the
Man.
alpha status of like, these NFTs being possible, right? Like VV being able to be like, look, go up to another company and be like, go ahead, make your own NFTs, make your own metaverse. But we want the ones we dropped, the ones we brought, we want them to be able to do all the things they can do with ours and have the stamp of ours in your metaverse. Like, if not, your fans are going to miss out on this. And plus, we got all the connects with all the biggest IPs. So if you don't want to play with us, like, we could almost blackball you, or just make it a lot harder. Or why wouldn't you, wink, wink. Like, Vivi has that power by having these relationships. So it's like riding with them. In the end, I'm starting to understand and see, as we've been on this app longer and been involved with this project longer, and I have been dipping back into crypto because I just kind of like got kind of bored with crypto for a minute. I could see like how people and how the NFT community abroad really feels about VV, and why. I get it. We can't cash out, and a lot of these brands,
Stone Garden, we're gonna make those shirts. Stone Garden, baby,
are gonna be really reluctant to have their stuff open.
But based off,
Corey asked, when do you think we'll see VV on IMX? And it's like, Ronnie asked. Sorry. To answer that question, like, maybe some of these brands never go to IMX. Some of them, maybe Disney is like, nah, we don't want you to sell on the open market for this amount of time, or who knows, we really don't know.
And they could have.
I think some of the smaller artists will be first.
They could have it like, all right, Vivi, we're gonna give you these, but they won't be able to move off until we have our metaverse complete. And then that's an even longer game for Disney's, because every big company is working on their own metaverse. If they don't, they got a team that's telling them that they should be working on one. And you can't see Disney not making their own. I can't see Disney not making their own. Even running through it, like, I just can't. I feel
They have too much money. They just could just.
I just feel like, that dude, team, like, how could they not? How could they not do it? So even off that, it's a waiting game. Like I said, you gotta be patient. A lot of people ain't, or a lot of people expected it to blow already and be able to cash out, because technically it did blow. If you were able to hit back in the day, and if you're an OG, a double OG,
but like to Star Wars, there's no difference. Like with the drops right now, like as opposed to the market last time, like obviously they make their shit with tax fees, so things were more busy, but they still sold out. Everything eventually sold out, right? All the Star Wars drops sold out. So to Disney and to them, like, they made this money, and what did Disney have to do? They just have to say okay. You know what I mean?
They didn't
approve of your shit.
They didn't do shit.
Like, and you're gonna make $4 million, this weekend, $8 million. Like, yes, I get it. Disney makes a lot of money, but when they compare it to something like, in order for them to make it $8 million in popcorn, they gotta have a popcorn machine. They got to fucking hire the worker to scoop the popcorn. They got to get the kernel from here and the butter from here and blah, blah, blah. To do these NFTs, to do this shit, like when those margins start to add up and people are like, fuck, they're making a gang of money off of just these digital goods and carbon neutral. And even then, like, we're not hurting the environment. We're not doing nothing. We're able to generate this money. Like, they're going to invest even more. And why wouldn't Disney want to rock with that? As long as they're doing it right. Because in the end, it's like effortless money. It's just trusting. It's just the trust, right? Like, they know what to do with it. You're giving them the characters. Like, what to do with this. Like, how to not fuck this up. Like, this is Star Wars.
But also too, I have never seen an NFT comparable to the ones on VV. The only ones are Recur. But like I said, I even think these are a step up from the Recur ones.
Mauricio says ultra rare Spider-Man over ultra rare Vader. Y'all agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Not secret rare, ultra rare. He's saying though.
Oh no, I don't agree because I got an ultra rare Vader, baby.
There's a secret rare.
There's a secret rare Spider-Man.
Ultra rare is dope. That's like where he's hanging though, right?
That could arguably be saying the Grail on the app, like the Grail of Grails.
His animation is really dope. Yeah, I mean, I personally would put Spider-Man over Vader in that regard.
So right now, you would rather own the Spider-Man Ultra Rare
personally, but that's
than
the
Vader
collector.
Ultra Rare.
The Vader Ultra Rare is
like,
pretty
alright.
much a secret rare, though.
Okay,
it's
both
the
sides.
highest one.
Let's play both sides of the coin.
Is it?
As a
Then why wasn't it a secret
collector,
rare?
as a
It's only-
collector,
It's not a secret rare.
I would go with Spider-Man
saying.
secret rare. As a person who
No,
wants
Ultra
to
Rare.
flip,
Ultra Rare versus Ultra Rare.
oh, if it's ultra rare, then no, then hell no. Vader's gonna top that ultra rare Spider-Man. I don't think it's
secret
gonna
rare is
stand a
dope,
chance.
but
But the
that's
secret rare, I would put above it. Me
Are
personally,
you sure you guys aren't just like?
But I
how many
think-
Vader, how many movies does Vader have by himself? None. He's a part of
Did-
Star Wars.
How many
bigger
did he
franchise.
need to have by
Spider-Man
himself?
has
though?
more stuff by himself.
How many did he need to
Spider-Man's
have?
more popular than Vader.
He is, but it's still, like I said, the
Right?
fandom.
Right? Am I tripping?
I'm just
I
yes,
don't know. Am I
no, you're
tripping? Is
not.
Spider-Man
but
more
that's-
popular than Vader?
He is, but
Think
not
so.
You're not
collector
saying
wise.
nothing
Not
groundbreaking.
collector wise. I don't believe collector wise that Spider-Man has more collectors than Darth Vader.
I think
just
Ultra Rare
don't.
Spider-Man is probably
I think
a
Star
better
Wars.
bet
No, I would. That's what I'm saying.
than
But
Ultra
as a
Rare's
collector,
Darth
but no,
Vader, but
I think that Darth Vader outperforms just because he had.
I
him
think
in
Spider-Man's a
kinda
little
like
kid,
more.
and
I
Darth
kind of like Vader
will
more
fuck him up.
because it's more like I just had a chance to get him and I didn't get him, and I'm kind of sad. So that's why I like him more.
I feel like if
Spider-Man was already here when I got him.
Spider-Man had a voice, maybe. You know, but also one thing too, when it comes to all the FUD and shit and people bitching about the NFTs, can't take them off and all this. Once they give even a little utility, we've seen it's like, oh, they give you utility. They could do some shit Disney wise. If they give any of these NFTs utility, that's it. It just becomes gold. It becomes instant money for you if they add the utility going forward. They have some shit that happens.
Mauricio says he got lucky and landed 2 Ultra Rare Vaders on drop. Word, bro. That I don't know. Really? All right. I mean, sold one.
I
He's
seen
a
I
fucking
seen a
hater.
lot of
of my-
people.
I'll believe you.
I
I
seen a
believe
lot
you,
of
bro.
people on Twitter showing too. Like
I
I
don't
seen
know, Mauricio.
you know, I
But all right, he says he did it, and he sold one for
I believe you.
2.8K, and then he went and put that money into a Spider-Man Ultra Rare, and now the Spider-Man Ultra Rare is worth more than the Vader. So he's the smartest man on the app ever, and the luckiest fool ever, and he's watching our podcast. You know what, Mauricio? Congratulations, bro. I'm happy for
I
you.
believe you. Mauricio.
I didn't get shit.
No, but that's a dope
I
flip
did.
either
I
way
got-
because you had that second ultra rare. Would you have made that same move if you only had one ultra rare? That's the real question. Would you have made that move if you only got one? But you got 2, so you were in the best scenario. But if it was the other way, what would you have done?
Well,
That
I will
makes-
say this: the Spider-Man Ultra Rare probably a little better than the Vader, so that's a good move right there. And then Spider-Man's up right now because it had the bounce off. Obviously, the squeeze from Vader brought him down. I didn't realize the Spider-Man Season 1 Ultra Rare was 2 Gs. Really?
2.3 right now.
Wow, that's fucking insane. Let's check this sucker
And it has
out.
less editions, only 2,500 of them.
that was one point a lot of people were making too when it comes to that Spider-Man. They're talking about the edition size
It's a low
and
amount.
how little there are of the secret rares when it comes to that Vader. So also that's why too I would go with Spider-Man.
Yeah,
but-
it's only 1,000 of them.
I would go with the Spider-Man.
That 23. That is pretty crazy.
I personally would go with Spider-Man.
Did he answer the
It's
question,
all-time high floor. You know what its all-time high floor is for that Spider-Man Ultra Rare?
For me,
bro? It's gonna be like 100.
What's your guess, Ben?
it actually being sold
Yep.
like 22K.
15K.
Ah, it was off. Shit.
For the ultra rare?
15K for that Ultra Rare, and it's down to 2.
But when was that sale? Does it say that part? January or what?
Yeah.
What was
It
his
was
handle? Was it
in-
Veve Mescal?
It was January
January.
18th.
Hey, bro. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So where would Vader be at if it
The
was
hottest
January?
of the hot. Nah, like
Yep.
if we
Vader
were
was
in
around back
no,
then.
that's why I said
Yeah.
if we're down. Well, what's that down? 84%, 85% from its
Yeah.
all-time high, right? So you could just apply that and say, hey,
But
if
you've
Vader
seen
was
it
around,
as high as it was. That's why too.
I saw it.
That's
That's
what
why
I'm saying.
like that's why to see it now
Yeah.
where it's at now is like, but and to think because we asked this question like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I believe Corey and them answered it, and we said, how much further do you think we'll dip? You know, and this is even before Vader, and we said another 50%, and Vader tested it down. It went down like another 30 or 40 from where we said, but it didn't go that full 50%. You know what I mean? We didn't see, you know, Marvel Comics #1 go well under 100. You know, where did it go? To 115, 110? No, I don't think I saw one at 99.
Fuck no.
What,
I saw it
85,
at
99?
88, 85
I didn't see
down
it at
there.
88.
Yeah. It went down. I just chose not to go for that shit.
Shit, I would have picked it up if I saw it at 88. That's
But
crazy.
that shit went down. I mean, the uncommon was at $100 for that one, for Marvel Comics #1. And the rare was at 200. It was costing the same amount as the common would normally. Like 200, 220, 230 around there for the rare.
Right now, the ultra rare zombie hunter Spider-Man is at 200.
Right now, Marvel Comics #1 is at 139 over this past weekend. Let's check it out. It's bottom. What the fuck did it hit? Hit 115. I'm saying I didn't see none at 80, but you know, this tracker doesn't get it all the time. It just gets a snapshot.
I seen it go under 100.
But I didn't
sure.
see Marvel
For
#1 go under 100, dude. But that's what you saw.
I did. Maybe that person took it off before it sold. I didn't buy it.
So yeah, obviously we're getting a bounce after the squeeze of Vader. And how long will we sustain this bounce? We will see. I just know that the levels we tested, I mean, not to say we'll see them again for sure. That's the trend that it's been on. And I've bet against it before. I've thought, hey, we got squeezed. Cool. I loaded up right before. We bounced up. There, the squeeze is over. We should just keep going up. And then we've gone back down to
like,
right back where the squeeze took us, or
not
even
only the
lower,
drops though, because
know?
the overall crypto market and like the market did affect ours. It did. It had some correlation. So it wasn't just based off people like dumping the gems to try to get something. For some shit, it was just like everyone sees things going down. So it's just like what he does sometimes. I'm gonna sell while it's going down. What I did with my Marvel Comics #1, I bought it at 230. I saw it going down, and I was like, I saw it for like a week. The floor would just keep going down and then go back up. I sold at 205, so I took a little loss, but compared to what it went down to, I didn't lose that much, which I could have just held.
No, but say from where you
still,
bought it at
like,
205 or whatever, like if it's down right now, even if it's 100, that's a 50% correction. Okay. How much further from that 100 do we go? Okay, that's fine. But if you bought at 350 or when it was up there, you're way below now. You've corrected 85, plus, which happens in crypto markets. And it's funny, but it's that, like, when you look at the cycles of Bitcoin, it corrects 85%. Like each cycle, it's done that, right? In the bear market. And cryptos follow that, and altcoins correct 85 to 99%. So it's like, altcoins literally get crushed down to fucking almost nothing sometimes, right?
No, and that's why that strategy.
And so you have to
now,
look at some of these NFTs the same way. Like some of them that aren't as valuable and are kind of like altcoinish, like kind of could get pushed over to the side or don't have any utility, don't have any fandom as much as like, of these 10,000 fools that are on. Like right now there's 10,000. We were just going to say like there's a crazy 10,000 few on Veve, right? It might swell up here and there, but I feel like that's a nice little, that's a real community. You know what I mean? And we're the ones keeping this stuff afloat. But out of those 10,000, how many are buying Maricornos? How many are buying?
No, exactly. So I'm saying when we talked about breaking the Deadpool collectible, and it's what something you said before, and we talked about this. We were heavy on the comics at first, and then I remember we had a conversation. And it was like, I think we got to go for more collectibles to kind of get a little bit more of those. We're missing out on something right now. We're not paying attention to it. Then after it was again, it became all right. Yeah, we shouldn't get collectibles now. But if we're gonna stock up on 10 Deadpools and sell them for, like Ben said, if it was at $9, let's say it hits $20. All right, now we're getting 17 off each. That's 170 gems right there that I got now into my wallet that I can use. The better strategy now is not to go for those items that are dip low, unless it is something like the ultra rare Spider-Man season 1, stuff like that. But you should be accumulating these small ones. Not financial advice, but it's a good strategy to accumulate the small ones that are gonna pump. They're gonna pump at least something like 10 maybe. Well, and then when you get rid of that, you can go get something. How you said, this equals.
If you're just gonna invest and buy it and hold it, then screw it, But if you are gonna play like cycles or the markets, then yeah, because like when I bought Homer and Bart 650. That was the lowest at the time. That was someone.
That was
the floor was like
low.
700. It never got lower than 700 or 725. It had been at 850, whatever, right? And then I saw it at 650, and I told you guys like I was waiting for that price. Cool. I'm comfortable paying it.
Celebrate
I got it. Cool. Got it. Been wanting that golden moment. It pumped after that. I bought that dip. Same scenario right now after Vader. I forgot what drop was around that time. And it ended up pumping back up to like 725, 750, like right after I bought it. And then in the upcoming weeks, it's now corrected about 50% from that point. You know, so looking at the market right now and how everything else in the world is like, yeah, it's really not a safe bet to buy anything that is still up or still in
you have to make
profit
moves
for a
to
lot
get.
of people. Yeah,
You have
like,
to make moves
you're
to
better
get.
off with the cheap,
Don't make
cheap
the
stuff
moves right now.
or the low stuff, or go for a drop
Yeah.
here or there. Don't load up too much on drops. It's really not that worth it. Like, you're gonna end up tying up all them gems up when you could have used them a little more productively. Last week, managed to stack up 110 common strings, 110 for 13, 15. This comic will go crazy one day. Top 5 comic. Nobody knows it. Mauricio, I agree with you. I stacked it. I did not stack it like that. That's a lot of that. You bought 110 of them.
That's nuts. But I think that's gonna pay off though. Either way, I think it is one of those comics for sure.
Right. And then what Corey said too, comics with low scarcity. And I talked to you guys about this too. Putting your gems into secret rare comics, especially super undervalued ones, is a safer bet than probably anything. Is only 600 edition. The listings, like look at the America Chavez one. I told you, fools, like, dude, 120, it's a good buy. It dipped to like 112, 108, literally the next day after we talked about it. And then right now it's like at 160, 180. It's been dipped. It's been right there in between that because it was hella undervalued for a secret rare, you know, and the same thing with these comics that have been dropping. That's that low scarcity. It's a nice way to just stable coin your money in a way. You got the itch. I gotta buy something. You know, I got a couple extra.
Well, but if this was back then when we were spending it like that, that'd be one thing. Was like right now, my biggest purchase I'm making that wasn't Vader or Star Wars related is like probably 45 to 50. 50 is my limit if I have that on the side.
Right.
So you get me, like, that's where I'm at right now with my strategy. So
then look, this is how it comes up to, like, the OGs who got here first, right? They were able to do what we're doing right now. They turned their vaults
with less FUD.
The food. Nah, that was always gonna be FUD.
So with less FUD.
Way less FUD.
Anyway,
you can just
they were able to do what they had to do,
moon.
and they quickly saw their collection go into the hundreds on each comic and everything else, right? And then the new wave of users came on, and they jumped in, started buying shit. Then this new huge wave, and then we all come on. We don't know what the hell to buy. We see different prices. It's all relative to certain stuff is just out of reach for us at this point. And then other stuff, we don't even know the knowledge to know that that's at a bargain and that's at this. Certain stuff we just bought, got lucky. But other things were like, damn, if we had just gotten that or this, like, okay, Walt was out of the way. But if you jump on and you saw Superman at 900 and you're like, is that a good buy? You know, like with me, I bought Wonder Woman too at 1,000.
Can we not talk about this again? We talk about it too much.
Shut the fuck up. Let me finish my story. But say someone else jumped on and they bought a Superman at a G, or they bought one of these other ones, and then it pumped to 8,000, you know, and they're tripping out like, oh shit. Anyway, the next cycle that'll come, that's what's going to happen with us. The OGs are going to be the ones holding the crazy ones. When the big money comes in, are going to go and reward them. Big money's going to come and buy that Walt from that fool, change his life. Buy this fucking Todd from this fool and change his life. Buy this 5 fucking things, right? Then the next level lower is like the normal user that comes on, and they're going to buy all of this shit that we got. The Deadpools, the stuff that we bought for $10, $20. Now it's at $100, $200. Some of it's at $400. We're losing our minds. Holy shit. Wanda, fucking uncommon Deadpool. You know, or the common Deadpool, Elektra's up. Everyone's clowning Elektra, and all the new booties are like, "Well, I don't get it. Elektra got a following, right?" Like
some woman on Twitter defending Elektra. It was funny. I laughed. I was like, "Holy shit, she's serious." She's like, "People don't understand. You're undervaluing her. She's so popular. She's so important. She was fuck. She was writing for Elektra." And I was like, "All that may be true, but that bitch is trash. Like, she just that NFT sucks, dude. That one sucks."
And watch, there's gonna come a day when
that
that new cycle comes in, and we're selling them all that shit. So like homeboy Mauricio who stacked the Strange Tales, like that will be a big comic, and people will talk about it, and it'll make a new all-time high and have that price discovery of like, where does it belong? Then for someone new who jumps on, they're gonna come in and they're gonna see a comic like that and not know to buy it, but they're gonna see like Spider-Man and know to buy that one, Spider-Man #1.
Or they'll see
But-
comics and cryptos list, and then they
No,
dictate what
I know,
it is, and
but
then
at the same
everyone
time
follows that
too,
shit,
like,
and then boom.
there'll
Pump
be
their
ones where they
bags.
get lucky, but they won't know, like, oh, you didn't realize that, let's just say the Craven series and all that they're secret rares for $80. Then on the next cycle, all those things hit $900, and someone who jumped in was like, at this time, who didn't do their homework or jumped in right before the next
I gotta
run,
get it.
who are just like, hey, like they just didn't know. They're over here buying this other shit that it was a good buy, but that thing's at 300 right now, and last time it hit 600. So fools are gonna unload at 600. So it ain't gonna about
when
a
the
pump
comic
the way
book
these other ones are gonna pump. You
community
know, I'm not saying
gets
like
on VV though,
you
that's
know
a
what I mean.
whole other different one too. Not even just people on the app, not even just collectors. When the comic book community really gets on VV,
When is that,
that's
Ben?
when who knows?
When is it?
But
I'll tell you when it's not.
It happens,
It's not today. It's not this week, but we're running up almost 2 hours. We're at an hour and 50. We've been going. We can go for another 45 minutes, honestly. And I don't want to listen to this fool. I'm gonna shut the fuck up for 45 more minutes. He's already stoned us out. I'm stoned us out. It's been a good week, man.
Hey Cisco,
Darth
I'm
Vader
the host.
controls this.
I'm the
Yeah,
host
but you're not
of
doing
the
your
damn
job,
thing.
bro. Do your
I'm
job,
hosting.
man.
We're
You got
talking.
one job.
Anyway, it's been a great episode. Obviously, we're still in it. We're still with you guys every week here on Wednesday,
It's
8
17
p.m.
weeks.
We're actually starting at 8:30 now, so just
17
tune in at
weeks.
8:30.
Yeah, 8:30.
Because we
17
start
weeks
at 8,
doing
and
it.
we're all parents.
Yeah.
Yep, and MCP as well, Corey. That's also why.
Shouts out to
Two, I wanna
Corey.
hold and
Shouts
get
out to
those
all you
points,
guys for
whatever
tuning
it
in, for
brings.
Shouts out to
Jumping in the
Ronnie.
chat with us.
Shouts out to Mauricio.
Shouts
Shouts
to
out
Radex.
to Raynex or Radex. Shouts out to everyone out there rocking with us on this Wednesday night.
It was radio.
Man, hey, this is what we do. Like, hey, we're keeping each other through this. And like I
And
said,
I'm still
we'll be
going
here.
for that DC drop.
We'll be here
That
for
comic.
episode 75.
Yep.
And we'll all be balling out of control. And we'll all be looking at our vaults and just telling our wives, wear your red pantyhose for daddy tonight. All right, guys. We're signing off. The Veve Bros are gone.
See y'all next
Episode
week.
18.
Peace out. Good
We
luck.
out.
Whatever drops come out this week.
I think this was 17.
No, there's
It was
Tarzan.
17. Next week is 18.
About. There was
Damn, living
Tarzan.
in the
You
future.
guys have a good night or whatever. Peace.
All right, do a
Time of day it
Tarzan,
is,
a
where you
Tarzan
live.
fucking yell to send us out.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that, but you guys have a good one. So.
I'm the one who knocks, man.